left an R in DeviantArt post. I'll leave it. Let's see here. Just ate some like spicy food, and then I kind of was like, "Oh, that was spicy." A braver story has never been told. All right. What are we doing today? We're doing Rathalos, I think. Yeah. Okay. Hello, Wendell. Just give me a sec here. I'm finishing up prep stuff. How are you doing today? Alexander, hello, Kate. For once I am on time. No, you've been on time before, I'm pretty sure. I was working on the alert. Yes. I was getting there. Actually, a lot of time I kind of pregame it, and I'll just like put the text in there. So sometimes if you check like 15 minutes before stream, it'll just have it say typing for like 15 minutes because I'm just waiting. But today I was kind of running short of time, and actually I need to check if can I see a recording before it's done? Okay, no, I can't. Because we did the Final Fantasy stream earlier, and for some reason, everything says it should record at 1080, but recorded at 720. It streamed at 720. But I think that was the first one I did that had a swap on the, what do you call it? Actually, no, I gotta double check something. So to make sure, because I like me 1080 on recordings. That did 1082. Okay. I don't know. That was really weird. I can't figure out why I did it in 720. Hello. Hello, Battle Jacket. Hello, Callanan. Easy. Sir Edward. Cat. Hello. Ree. That's a good Ree? I don't know. No boy. That was a very good time. Rathalos Lampoon's Vacation. Let me just clear some of this stuff. I just felt like being random. Oh, okay, good. You can be angry as long as it's fake anger. It's like when somebody asks you like like how's your day been? And you're like, I don't know, it's been a rough day. Like most people are just like, no, you're supposed to say you're doing okay, and then I'm supposed to ask how you doing. Like, you broke the tradition. Oh, Elias. I saw the monster on. Yeah, how? So, you broke the social contract. Yeah, that's the way I always felt like it is. Don't ask a question if you're not expecting any amount of answer from it. No, we're not back in the magic space dumpster. I actually want to do more of that on my own. I just haven't had the time because I was finishing up that other video. And so today I'm going to start a new one with him that I'm hoping I can finish in like one day. We'll see. The Final Fantasy VI. Yeah, I like the original like Super Nintendo graphics. I'm kind of sad with how with that version works, and I have it on my phone too. But I have, I can stream it. I could actually stream my phone video to the stream for playing, but the difficulty with that is I would still have to play it from my phone or from the stream video, which could be slightly delayed, and it can't charge while it's streaming the video, so it die before the end. Dumb monster faces. Yes. So I had some audio for him because I was trying to find. between the Final Fantasy stream and then I had a YouTube meeting like of sorts earlier that took a while. And so I just literally haven't had any time to actually try to find another like larger thing to start. I'll try to do that this weekend, but I at least found an audio clip before this so that I can make something short. So, Chrono Trigger. I have Chrono Trigger on my phone too. Also a very good game. So there's this audio bit I found for him that I thought I had this on the list for a while, and I thought this would be fun though. So it's just this.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's incredibly loud. It's actually loud for me too. But I will turn it down for you guys a little bit. Hello.
Hello.
Let me turn you on. There you go.
Hello, everyone.
You can tell you had your hat on.
Yeah. I heard it for like crazy.
Entire video of only bark for noise, bark for voices. Actually, I had a couple of different ideas. I saved a couple of them. But this one...
Yeah. Sandy beaches, coconuts, sand, beaches, sand. Wait a minute. I hate islands.
So, I think this one actually wouldn't be that difficult. Huh?
It's a Rathalos.
Yeah, because I don't have any pony stuff started. So we're doing a Wrath. For what he needs to be much smaller than this. He needs to be like... He needs to be a little boy.
I am good.
Sexy beaches. Well, he didn't say sexy beaches, but he's a sexy beach.
This is a spicy pizza.
Yes, it has jalapeno in it.
Yes.
Okay. I think that's a good size for him. Oh yeah, this is a weird map where I am unable to control, or normally you can hold control and it will lock to the surface. You can't, or not control, no, it is control. I can't remember. But you can normally, hold shift. You can hold shift to lock to a surface, but there is no surface to lock to. For some reason, nothing on here is like a physical thing I can push a model to. Make him the size of a coconut, and then tie two of him to a coconut. Why?
This all seems like a good idea.
The all caps makes it sound like you supremely enjoyed your idea. Keep him big.
I get it, because so we can carry it into a more a colder climate. I understand now.
Okay.
African or European. Yes, African or European Rathaloses.
Yeah. So the lighting on him I thought was going to be overblown in this map. It's actually nice. So I'm happy with that. So what I need to do is, I kind of was stuck with how to place him in the scene. I thought about, here. So, well, for one, I need glasses. He needs some sunglasses.
Rathalos migrate, pretty sure.
Everything migrates. People migrate.
Some people, a lot of old people.
Yeah, they migrate.
You go south for the winter.
From the couch to the bed to the bathroom. I think it's a form.
The Great Journey.
The Great Journey. As you get older, the Great Journeys get smaller and smaller until the point of it's like, I need to poop. But
it's like, man, he just have what's his name? The guy who did the Penguin documentary. Just him narrating your life as you go to the bathroom.
I think the only real sunglasses that worked for him were not this one, because this has that reflection on it. I like finding ones that don't have a reflection because it's just hard. Yeah, I think it's these ones. These ones work nice because they I don't know, they're big on the nose. He kind of has a big nose.
He does. Does he have a nose?
He's
just like the top of his mouth.
Yeah, he has a nose. It's right there.
Beak. Rathalos has beak.
No, he doesn't have a beak. It's a nose.
Beak.
How is it a beak?
He's got like it's like the top part of a beak. Like
What?
it's
Do
hard.
dogs have beaks?
No, but Rathalos's do.
No, he doesn't.
That's a beak.
He's gonna go freaking murder you.
With his like sharp beak, yeah.
No, he's gonna just yum yum yum.
Gonna pack me open like a coconut.
Yeah, there's a line in here that says coconut. You will be.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I need to do?
open.
I'm gonna commission somebody to model your head.
That would be terrifying.
No, it'd be great because I can put it. You know how I like sneak my OC and everything. We can take a pony and then put your head on it.
Can't I just have my pony OC?
No,
I feel like that would be better than my head.
That'd be weird.
Well, you get a pony OC, but mine would be weird.
No. I can lock to the rig, but I think if I'm able to, I want to lock to the actual head.
I agree. Rathalos is our
This
birds.
dictatorship shall be modeled in SFM. Yes, and with the model, his eyes have to go like opposite directions. Yeah, you see, you guys are brilliant. Oh, that's a little bit off. All right, and I think is it this one? Nope. So is it this one? Yes, it's just the other direction. There we go. Hey, sorry I'm late. Sorry you're late. It's a stream. You can pop up whenever you want.
Except if you pop up after 9, you might.
Yeah, except for if I'm done. Then
Then
your attendance is required. When you attend is not.
how long did you end up streaming Final Fantasy for?
I had to meet with Knightley at 2, and so I streamed until about 1:30. We got from Zozo to the Opera House,
Okay, so you're
through the Empire, going down the Empire, going to the portal, coming back from, and now we met with the Empire, had dinner, and so now he wants me to go on some boat.
So you're pretty far in.
I'm pretty sure next stream we'll be able to get to the end of Act 1, or the end of the world ending at the beginning. I'm pretty sure we can, because we're on the Leo part next. So
Oh yeah, you haven't even gotten to the world ending yet.
I didn't kill a dog. He's a good boy.
Just make sure to do what I didn't and save that one guy, because I messed up on.
Oh no, I already know about that. I don't think I've ever played through a non-save Shadow.
I totally didn't save it.
Well, yeah, because you're just like, I'm gonna get out of here.
I gotta get out of here. This place gonna blow. I ran.
No, not like it matters. I never use them. I always use, talking about Final Fantasy VI, I always use Edgar Locke, and then Edgar Locke, Sabin, and then I will go back and forth between Terra and Celis, because they're just my magic bitch that just does like heals and stuff.
I can't remember. Oh man, this is spicy. I can't remember the team I used. I know one of them wasn't Shadow though, because he was dead.
Now, I always like use that group because they all have kind of like something that they contribute. Sabin just destroys everything. Edgar has his tools that have various utility. Then since those two are kill everything, Locke just steals stuff, and then the other one just stands there and literally does nothing.
And I know I used Locke and Sabin.
This looks like my hubby in the morning with those glasses. Wait, your hubby wears sunglasses to bed?
Your husband has a beak?
Let's make a 53-hour mic stream here. It would make this channel hit 5,000 subs in the first 2 hours. A 53-hour mic stream.
I would be dead.
Like straight? I mean, you sleep. We put a bed right here. We put the camera down.
I only stayed up that long once, and it was in college, and I could not do that now. I would die.
There was a guy on Twitch. I guess there's actually people that do Twitch streams of them sleeping. But a guy made $16,000 overnight because he had it set up that while he was sleeping, people could type things into chat, and depending on how much they donated and things, it would do things around him. So like it would say certain things out loud, or cause a doorbell sound. It was just, or they'd ask him questions and he would react to them all night. And he made 16 grand.
If somebody could promise me 16 grand, I'd totally stay up for 53 hours.
And in Final Fantasy VI, we no longer call it Magicite or Espers. They are Tide Pods. Because the little things that come out, the Magicite. So they're the world of Tide Pod.
Making the world squeaky clean.
Yeah.
Fire.
They're like, we shall bridge the world between Tide Pod and human.
Yes. No, that already happened and it was bad.
Well, I am planning, it would be probably this, let me double check here. So 5. So this week right here, I'm probably streaming all week. That March is about middle of the end of March is my stream anniversary, and it would be, I think, 8 years of streaming. So I'm planning to stream every day that week. That is, again, my off Friday. So not sure what I'm doing yet, but it's my plan. I want to see if I can find like a lawn chair or something. I don't know if I can really have him sit in it. Okay, it would be like a beach chair, I guess. But there, see that guy knows how to chill. Oh, isn't that the one? I think I used that guy as you in the Derpy stream.
Yeah, it was something like that. It was very disturbing.
I think it's fine. Oh, that's a lounger. Twitch is twitching on me again. Refresh working so far. All works. To celebrate 8 years, he'll stream for 8 days of the week. Yeah, 8 days a week. You probably don't even know this song. No, I'm planning to stream every day, whether it's Monday through Friday or sometime in the weekend. I don't know yet. But I don't even know what we're going to do 100% of the time. I can't really make him sit in a normal chair because of his tail. I don't think it's going to work at all, but I kind of wanted him lounging in some way. So I'm hoping to find like a longer beach chair. There's these, but you can't really put him in a traditional chair. It doesn't make any sense.
My brain remembered a beach chair in one of your videos, and then I remembered that was something I modified that you did. So that won't work. Do you remember that one?
No.
The Celestia. With the sun rays on the beach. But it was actually, you did a video of her kicking. Or something, and then I put her in like a beach chair. I sent it to you. It was a while ago.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, that was kinda.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That actually kind of, I mean, it's beat up and it's torn up and it's falling apart. It's perfect for Rathalos. He doesn't care about quality. He cares about
I mean, just look at his face.
It's not a beak.
I didn't say it was. He's not this time. I was just saying he was ugly.
Oh, that's nice. See, now I have something to click shift to.
We could take a vote and chat on whether or not that's a beak.
No. Because people will just vote for you because they're like derptatorship will win. That's called being biased. So I need to find a spot on this beach that's open. Like I don't like how this lighting is kind of like weird here.
It's very square.
But I need to find it. Like the big opening right here is up higher. Well, I guess I can push him back a little bit because I want to make sure that this isn't. Well, no, because I kind of want to have the sand closer. I'm thinking I'm going to put it over there. I just didn't like how the lighting looked over there. You know, not like a mat. Oh, right here's perfect. I can see this. I like how like the wood we're using for this is bigger than the trees that are around it.
Rathalos needs a chair that's made from great redwoods.
All right, getting him in this chair though, that's going to be the hard part.
But he's
Michael's
already
sleeping stream. Yes, we're going to do that. Actually, I've been doing it. I've like for years. But I'll get the highlights of the Michael sleep recordings up sometime.
That part where I woke up at 4:30 last night was probably pretty interesting.
Oh, that's because I hit the air horn button.
I had this crazy dream that I was completely awake, but I was trapped in complete darkness, and I thought I was gonna die. I was dying, And then I was trying to fight my way out. And then when I finally fought my way out, I woke up. It's crazy.
It's funny because you're like, when I say that I don't dream very often, you're like, oh, that sucks. And then you see you have dreams like that, and you're like, you know what? I'm fine. I'm good.
I also get to fly sometimes.
Sometimes.
I think I had a dream recently where I basically had the powers from Alex where I could just, like, reach out and pull things towards me. All casual, like. But it was just regular life. That was cool.
That was cool.
It was cool. You don't get to do that outside.
It's not a
doors.
beak. Is it? Oh, okay. Let's make it 500,000 coffees to actually start a dirt political party. How do you? But what would you do? You'd spend it, and then what do we do? There's nothing I could do. Okay, here. Okay. We'll do. Oh, I thought I had that set up on there. Apparently not.
Oh, we'd bring down all the dirt plushies in the house. That would be the first start. Like. And then you would assist me in making derbies on
That was just
the video.
submittable. Oh, okay. I guess manage poll. Okay, manage poll. All right, we're gonna do a new poll, and we're gonna say Rathalos's nose.
No, that's that's a beak.
A beak. Or, I mean,
You said nose already. You're
snoot.
like a snoot.
Okay, Rathalos has
Just say snoot.
a beak or
His snoot is
a nose,
a snose.
a snose, or Derpy is best horse.
That's cheating. Everyone would do that because it's so true.
We're not gonna do bets because I'm not pretty stupid. So, all right, we're gonna do a beak or a nose. You have, I'll give 3 minutes
Wow.
on that. How many cups of coffee per vote?
Oh.
We're gonna do 10
no.
cups of coffee. No, we're gonna do
I have a voice
20
impression.
cups of coffee per vote. That's up to you guys. You can use those or you don't. I'm just trying to prevent Michael from having his time. So you guys you can pick your poison.
Well, I got like a voice impression now.
A beak, a nose, a snuzzle, or a booper? Well, but no, what do you know? This is not a beak. Oh my god.
It's only a beak. He's got a beak face. So what's the voice impression?
Oh, you have a voice impression.
Yes.
A hybrid beak nose.
A hybrid beak nose? So, like, I don't have any coconuts to try to and fail to, like, it's like,
Don't get up close. You don't need to.
I know, but
Oh.
I don't know. Beak nose. Beak nose. A beak
It sounds like you're doing like a
beak nose.
like a poetry slam.
Yeah, it's a poetry slam about beak nose. Beak nose. He's a crazy creep. Beak nose.
Who's
Got teeth.
He's a crazy creep. Okay.
He's beak nose. There you go. I don't know what else to give you. How do I?
What do you want from me?
Beak nose. Beak nose is a tasty treat. It matters not what others bleat.
I got the wrong highlight message, but okay. Well, oh my god, you guys are. Why do you do this to me? See, this is I knew. You
Oh,
guys are,
he wanted you to make a hybrid beak nose, and he was trying to get
Oh.
stupid face. I think.
Well, you got Michael to do it instead.
The Legend of Beak Nose.
Am I the only one who voted no?
It's not a nose. It's a beak.
Well, some people are more right than others.
Yeah, I'd say
Okay.
81% are right so far.
So this is.
It's alright, he can be a bird. He wants to be a
Let's see
bird.
here.
I'm pretty sure he's a close relative to the penguin. You can look at him, he looks exactly like a penguin.
He looks exactly like a penguin.
Yes. The penguin from Batman.
Cause yep, that's a penguin. He looks like Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
Is that Danny DeVito?
Danny DeVito played the penguin, yeah.
Okay. But no, he doesn't look like Danny DeVito. I would be okay if he was voiced by Danny DeVito, but I could say that about anything.
Yes, anything voiced by Danny DeVito is a delight.
There's only one creature I can immediately think of that should have been voiced by Danny DeVito, but wasn't.
Oh, the Detective Pikachu. Yeah, that would have been amazing.
That would have been fantastic. I don't know how this is going to work, but we'll see. So yeah,
so
easy. You put 1,400 points into that. Wait, that means out of those 205 votes, you made up like 70 of them. You really,
the beak.
He was determined.
He had to let the world know.
The what?
The world must know that Rathalos has a beak, not a nose. It is very stiff.
And what a nose for you. Thank you, Moon. See, at least we have some people with class.
Well, I mean, wouldn't a nose imply that it is soft?
No.
It's all scales.
No.
He's got a point on it.
How do you know that this is hard?
His entire body is hard.
No. How do you know?
Because I cuddle him every night.
Because look at this. Watch this. See? Could Bone do that? No. I mean, I added that bone, that flex, but since it can happen.
Since you made it happen.
Yeah, that was undeniable proof that you were a liar.
Look, I've kissed that nose goodnight many times. Or
you've kissed Rathalos' nose?
His beak face.
Why?
To wish him goodnight. Don't you? Jeez.
No. But
wow.
I have more questions now.
This is why he's gonna like grow up and have talk to a therapist about how he never got kissed goodnight by you. I haven't even had a drink yet.
Wait,
it's like
you haven't had a drink yet. All that's
so
basically saying is
me.
I don't have an excuse.
I have no excuse. There's the spicy pizza.
I'm sorry, I get a little bit lucid when I'm eating jalapenos.
Yes. Those bird talons. He's clearly a bird.
Well, in a way, birds are based from
dinosaurs.
From dinosaurs. So if anything,
Is Rathalos a
birds
dinosaur?
birds are just an evolved version of Rathalos.
So Rathalos is like the Neanderthal of birds.
Why do you do this to me? Okay, this is getting really weird looking. I don't know if this is gonna work. This is it's kind of awkward.
Rathalos' father was a pigeon. That is interesting and true.
They can't. The pigeon is
spoken.
No, you can't just pick one thing from Chad and. A pigeon and a snake. I want to know how that works. Ooh.
With candle lighting, I imagine.
Yeah, I'm not sure how this is going to work. Can I move this part down? Kind of. But it's going to make some like weird protrusions. The issue I'm having here is he's not bent. He's not meant to bend like this. So any attempt to do it is just going to break him. I'm trying my best to fix. But... And the other thing is, where do I put his damn wings? I think I might just have to put the chair there and have him kind of like chilling by the pool. I think if I kind of put his wing here, maybe, and like do a side shot, I might be able to hide the fact that everything looks like shit. And look at this. That's His back is just like melding into the chair.
I like the idea of a female Rathalos. Not a Rathian, but a female Rathalos. Because they're very different. Serving him drinks in a bikini.
I can look through the models that are available, but I'm pretty sure that a bikini for Rathian or Rathalos does not exist.
You could make it fit if you really, really try. You could put it on that Rathalos.
I want this to be in a public space. You put that, it's like most things. If they have no clothes, that is less lewd than having clothes, depending on the clothes.
You ever watch Star Trek? Like, much? That was like the logic of the Ferengis, and that's why none of their women wore clothing. You got Ferengi logic going on.
Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work. Can I get his like legs crossed?
It's reading chat.
Michael looting all the things again. Yes. Well, that's because that's how his mind works.
No. Put a Speedo on Rathalos? That's worse.
No, that's all.
Feels
That's all
worse.
things that I am 100% unable to do. It is that requires custom modeling, and I do not have those custom.
You just need
models.
a big pair of swimming trunks.
If such a model existed, sure. But I would also have the question of why does this model exist?
Swimming trunks? You just
Yeah.
really need a pair of shorts. He could be like just a pair of like cut jean shorts, like substituting the swimming trunks. Just spitball ideas here.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like doing something like this is probably the best I'm going to do. Kind of doing like a leg cross. If I were to make anything work. But I'm still thinking that there's not going to be any real good way to do it without it just being awkward. And it's just it's trying to put a non-human thing in a human thing. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. I haven't what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna go poof, poof. So I think can I just like sit him on the chair? Where's your I think I undid his rig. No, I didn't. Okay, good. We're gonna put. Can you just like? In a way. I can have him sit. I have an actual like thing I can take of him sitting. I already have a sitting position. Can you give him an icy? I wonder. I think I might actually have a model of an icy. I wouldn't be
Really?
surprised anyway.
I haven't
Or
had one of those in forever.
I wouldn't be surprised if such a thing existed. Rathalos was a flapper back in the day. Well, even here, he's like, he's ready for adventure. Like,
He, like-
you. Oh, wait.
Oh, he broke.
Here comes Rathalos. Dun 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 dun. Where's his legs? There he is. So he's his feet, and then he attack. He's like rawr. Oops. Can I? I don't think I can scale these. No, I can't. Yes, he's.
He is more chair than dragon now.
Dun 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 dun! Here he comes. He's running for you. Can I move this over here? I don't think this will work. Nope, it doesn't.
Rathalos never really seemed like much of a runner.
He is doing his yoga.
Doing yogurt.
Doing yogurt?
Yes. That is not yoga, that's yogurt.
Yes. And Rathalos is stretching. Though he might be in slight pain. We can. Where's your?
A long day of eating Monster Hunters.
Oh yeah, in your body. So yeah,
Stretch it out.
and then he's like, Rathalos, how do you feel? And he's like, it hurts everywhere. I'm like, well, how about how about now? And he's like, no, that did me. Yeah, no, shut up. It's like, give me morphine.
Oh no.
Actually, it's funny. I'm wearing my official.
Oh, what? Where did you get that?
20 years ago.
That's actually in still really good shape.
I know, because it was in a box for like 18 of it. No, it's the original. This is the original, back from high school.
Yeah, that's probably worth money.
I know, and I'm rubbing my body all over it.
Yeah, you are. You're depreciating the value.
So yes, don't do drugs, kids. But don't follow this program because you'll probably end up doing drugs. It was a horrible program. For those outside the United States, this is a bad program. But it is old. This was like, I'm 36, and this was like high school or middle school. I don't know how it still fits me. I mean, I don't think I've changed much since then. What was this?
This is be like, my clothes from high school still fits me. That's just you. That's what you sound like. I can't say anything. I was much larger in high school. I was a big kid. Like, I'm still big, but I was a big kid.
I'm trying to decide, like, do I want to have him sit then?
What happened? You had him sitting, and now he's all propped back up again.
No, that was not a sit.
It was a little sleigh sit.
What I can do here is I saved it. As we're gonna load up Rathalos in the winter. Snow, I think it's called. Snow or cold? I think it's cold. No, not cold. It is.
It's the frost.
Or is it
like,
hate the cold? No.
Was it for the expansion, so wouldn't it be named after the expansion?
Yeah, but
I'm gonna get a drink and put my plate away.
Just one more. What did I call that one? Thank you. Wonder if it's this one. It makes sense. It's the only one I can think of. You hit the grind button. There's a lot on the floor now too.
Yes.
It might be this one. Our ice machine is if you yep, that's the one. If you hit the ice button from water, it's fine. But if you hit it again when it's on ice, it changes it from normal ice to shredding the ice. And he hit it again. Maybe we can hear Mike making a ruckus. He's not making a ruckus. He is just destroying water at the. He's exerting his masculinity to destroy water. Hello, Mitch. Oh, yes. Actually, Mitch, you've been here for a while. I just didn't even catch it. Actually, there was... I almost did a short with them. There was something about destroying a bridge, and I was trying to find a bridge, and I wanted him to actually, like, shoot it down for fun. It didn't work. I couldn't find a bridge falling that I kind of liked, and so I just went without. And this is what's going to suck, is I have to detach the rig, but it should still work fine even with. This one, he kind of looks depressed, but we'll see what we can do. Export. Animation. Oh, God, I gotta go all the way through these. Okay. If close from 16 it still fit me. I knew that would happen. Yeah, actually most of my clothes from around then still fit. A lot of them I just don't have anymore. I do have some shirts and stuff, but they're standard shirts. This is one that I just happened to, when I was going through boxes, I found stuff. And there's still like a lot more from high school that'll say like sophomore or junior, and I don't feel I need those anymore. They're not really relevant. But this one I had to keep. There's a couple other ones I kept. One of them was, I was in a group called BPA, which is Business Professionals of America, and in there they decided, hey, we're gonna buy some cool sweatshirts, and they were kind of pricey, but I'm like, yeah, I want one too. You know the color they picked for this sweatshirt? The brightest snow-colored white you could possibly have for this big sweatshirt. So then,
At least people could see you in traffic.
but you never want to wear it, because the first time you put it on, you're gonna get spaghetti on it.
It's just gonna fly out at you from nowhere.
Yeah, there is no way that is so white that like the act of existing is gonna be enough to dim it, and it's to stain it in some place or another. It is the brightest white I've ever seen. Like you could wear it in a dark room and people could still see you. It is bad, but I kept it.
Every article of clothing I've ever owned from high school, I just wore until I wore holes in it. And then I kept wearing it. Until someone said someone along the lines would say something.
I will usually wear, even if I get a couple holes in the shirts, I will just use it for like sleep time or something. But other than that, I will, if it gets holes in it, I just don't wear it anymore. I have so many shirts. My mother still buys me shirts for birthday and for Christmas, and so for just normal clothes, she has pretty good taste, and she gets things when they're like ultra clearance. So I would just rather have her pick up that stuff, and I just buy the goofy crap.
I think
I don't go through shirts fast enough.
When I was younger, I wore one size larger than I do now, and all my clothes were like super tight. Like now, they're like baggy. But like I was a big kid. Like I think I was like 260 at one point in high school. So
You got better.
yeah.
I think I'm not going to care about the animation that's on this one. I think for what I'm going to be doing here, I can probably get away with not. Well, you know what? Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this model.
Chat is paused.
Oh, I got to scroll down again. Okay, I went up to message.
Oh.
And we're going to just call this one Rathalos base. Okay. And now this one I will play at. Mike has drank Dasani before. I can understand his vendetta against water. Yeah, that's not a good water.
I don't like that one stuff you drink.
Black Void says
Perrier.
Oh, I love Perrier.
I don't like it.
If you're used to soda, it tastes like crap. But
I
once
would
you get
rather
used to-
drink just straight water than that, though.
No, I'd like when I was doing zero sugar, it was a nice change from water. Imagine if all you would drink was water and nothing else.
That's all I did for a long time until
Because you were cheap, not because that was a choice.
Well,
Perrier
being
still
cheap
costs
could be a
money.
choice.
Because
Like I saved money. Like back when I lived on my own, I was super cheap. He would you want to talk about like how I only make a few things? Let me cook cheap and we get inventive. I can pull the blender back out and see what I can do with hot dogs again.
no, because I have taste. I have taste buds, and they must be pleased.
This is true. I'm looking forward to those beef ribs. Yeah, I don't think we've done beef ribs. Probably make those this weekend.
So I'm gonna say that, like, at least in that regard, that there's a hole back there. We're just gonna make an assumption. So for him, we need.
It looks like an old man. Just
This is
angry at life.
This is a mood.
Yes, this is very much a mood. This is a leave me alone mood as I reflect on all my regrets in life.
Water is delicious. It is the best drink because it's like the one that you need to live. But so I actually do want him to stay.
Sand. Wait.
Wait, does this audio start?
Yeah.
All right, I need to give it a little bit of a starter.
Yeah. Sandy beaches. Yeah. Sandy.
And then
Wait a
Kind of facial
minute. I
hair would
hate
give a
islands.
grumpy old man at the beach.
Hate islands.
you would be a grumpy man at a beach too,
I would.
because you don't want to be at a beach. You'd be like, "Where's my computer? I need to play StarCraft."
Now, I like seeing the ocean, but I'd rather be on a pier than a beach. Like,
Yeah, well, the paleness of my skin would mean that if I were on a beach, it would just skip right over skin cancer to sunburn gore to skin cancer. Like there's no.
like, your body's now 90% skin cancer.
The doctor just runs right out, grabs my wrist, like, "You're dead."
Don't you ever like going like fishing or nothing?
Well, that's Burt Reynolds, Rathalos.
Fishing up here is like carving a hole in the ice inside of a shack, which is
I've went ice
weird.
fishing before.
I wouldn't mind it, but I would much prefer like fishing off a pier at the ocean. Mainly because saltwater fish taste better. Though I do like trout. Trout's good. And what's the other one? Tilapia. That's a freshwater fish. I used to think that was saltwater.
Isn't that like a pudding?
No, you're thinking of tapioca.
Same thing.
He doesn't eat a lot of fish. I love fish. Where'd you get this weird green wizard beard?
Okay, it's a little too big. Okay. There we go. So we got Rathalos has his beard. Actually, this needs to be locked. It can't be locked to his head. It needs to be locked to his jaw. So that he can talk. Okay. And then... Okay, color. We're gonna go...
A giant lizard growing facial hair is upsetting.
He's a pretty cool dude. He's like, where's my car? Where's Kip?
Kip?
Was it? No, that wasn't Burt Reynolds that did Knight Rider. Who did Knight? I was thinking the other guy.
Knight Rider?
Mm-hmm.
The car? Oh, that was, I don't know who it was, but it was Kit, wasn't it? Not Kip.
That's what I said. You can't prove nothing. It's not like this is recorded.
Yes.
I'm gonna delete all the recordings and edit it. So we'll keep that on him for now.
Delete the whole channel. Just
Delete the whole channel.
done.
I'm
It never
done.
existed.
I'm done. You can never know of my fub.
Coconuts, sand, and
Yeah, I don't remember. David Hasselhoff,
hate
wasn't
islands.
it?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. I've never actually seen this show.
Too much sun makes your skin cells rebellious. I just don't burn, or I don't tan. I usually burn. If I want to tan, I have to take it really slow in the spring. Actually, last year I had a pretty good one because I would go out walking every day, and the first couple times I did burn just a little, not actually that bad though, but eventually I built up enough of a tan to not have to worry. But normally, I'm just too pasty. There's no middle ground. I don't tan. I go right. There's no brown. There is white and red. There's nothing else. Where is Kit? I heard Kip. No, you didn't hear nothing. You heard it wrong. Why is there charcoal stain in this human silhouette on that chair? No, nope. So at the end here, I want to keep him the same. Up until then, I want him to be like in a... I want to call it a happier pose, but I'm not sure if that's quite right. Water and water and water. Water? What is water?
Super water.
I think you do, Jules. I need to attach the rig. This should work. Because he was... Yeah, okay. Didn't change much. Because it was from a rig's position before. Is this rotation? Yes, it is. So I want to put him in a little bit of a happier pose, if you can call it a happier pose.
He does not look happy. He looks miserable.
He's on the beach, though.
Well, he's also Rathalos.
I mean, this might not be his domain, but it's okay.
Did you finish the trash one?
No, I'm gonna try to do that this weekend.
Yeah.
There's a couple things I need to do this weekend to prep for some other things that we're gonna be doing. We did kind of finalize the decision today that, and I'll let you guys know when we do, but any of the highlights that come out of streams are going to be moved to a second channel. I'm going to be taking where the main channel that I have is going to be just final animations, even if it's the cheap ones that we make from here, but it's going to be animations, and all the highlights and everything are going to be moved to a second channel. But I'll let you know when that's going to happen. I'm hoping to have it within the next 2 weeks.
You're gonna like advertise that channel on like the end of your videos on the other channel, on your main channel.
No, I'm gonna advertise and push people to it whenever stuff comes out for a while from the main YouTube. But eventually, once there's enough people there, I'm gonna stop. No, there was a couple of reasons. One, YouTube algorithm-wise, it was just it helps keep the content focused, and YouTube, in terms of the algorithm, likes to find a focused a group to point and show videos at. And when I created a bunch of different types of videos like that, the algorithm stopped behaving the way I wanted it to. So I want to refocus the algorithm on that for animations, and then take the other content, move to a separate channel. The benefits of that, though, are whenever I put highlights in the main channel, I'm always afraid of naming them something that could be confused as an animation to make somebody feel that they're clicking something they shouldn't, or they wouldn't want to actually watch. So this would allow names, titles, and the amount of content from the highlights to be more often. More often, and that the content in them can be varied and not locked to separating it from other content. And so sometime in the next couple of weeks, I'm hoping to get that figured out. We're just trying to work out some of the other logistics in regards to such. See you later, Machado. Kittens and tiny tanks, fear the arm. Yes, but no. So I will let you guys know when that happens. But the idea, though, is once that happens, to have more consistent ones coming out. He's sneak. Don't see him. He's like Ket. You do not see face.
Kip.
So this is going to be his depressed look. I don't want him to be depressed quite yet. He will be depressed eventually. We'll get him depressed.
How can you make Rathalos not look depressed? That is a chore and a half.
You can't. Look how cool he looks. He is the coolest bro. Like Rathalos, are you cool? Okay, that's his sunglasses.
He's just woo. He's like,
are you cool?
Just,
he's like, yes.
Cool people.
And then he looks over and it's like, well,
if you're cool, you say no, I'm not cool, because that's the coolest thing you can possibly do.
but then like, but okay, so is Michael cool? And he's like, no, that dude sucks. And
wow.
Like, who's best pony? And he goes, every pony but Derpy.
Wow, he's definitely not cool. He's like,
suck it.
And then go play with your fidget spinner, Mr. Rathalos, because you're so cool.
I don't know. How old are Rathalos? Maybe he's a boomer. He's gonna go play with his microwave oven.
I think the life expectancy of a Rathalos is in maybe an hour 30 before hunters come and stab him to death. So, very short lifespan on those Rathaloses.
Okay, other things I need. I need a table. I need just like a small table. Something that works. Hopefully it's of about the similar brown nature of the previous. Actually, one with a little flappy on the top. What do you call those things? An umbrella.
A little flappy.
They're called little flappies, aren't they?
No. It is an umbrella.
Okay. How we're gonna have an umbrella that's this big? You know what? Screw
I
it.
call them portable ceilings.
He's got shade.
Yes. He looks like. Got a hat. Umbrella hats seem like a good idea until you realize you look dumb.
That's not a problem for you.
Never has been, no.
It's like, where do you go from here? Oh, I think I might have. I think I made it too big.
He didn't just get a table. Like, he didn't just get an umbrella. He got the whole table. And it was like,
Oh no, it's
stole it from a
I
restaurant.
want the table.
But you just want the umbrella.
No, I want the table. He needs to put. Where does Rathalos put his drink? Okay, that actually. Maybe if I go on this side. This table might not work. It's kind of stupid looking.
It does look like...
I mean, I do have a Rathalos with a red beard sitting on a beach.
It does look like it's got kind of a 1970s aesthetic to it going on.
Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna put. Okay, we do need to find a table.
But
he needs a table for his mojito. Otherwise, where else do you put your mojito?
But I kind of feel like a lot of those like resort towns, they kind of thrive on maintaining that same 1970s atmosphere because they cater to old people. So maybe the table's appropriate.
It's just hard because he's not built for beach. It's not your problem, Rathalos.
He's built for opening coconuts. We've been over this.
I also need to find a coconut model. That was the one thing I actually didn't think about. That it's like a requirement. Is everything kind of has revolving around the need for a coconut, and I have not looked for a coconut yet.
Do you have bowling balls? Just color them like.
I'll just put them in the trees.
Yes. No one will notice.
I probably could. I could just leave them as bowling balls, and half the people would probably not notice. Let's just see if this works. I really don't care. Also, for those that were at the stream and were in the last week, I did put out the video today. That we did during the stream last time. So, if you are curious about seeing the final version of that, you can head over to my YouTube and you can watch it. Well, that'll actually work.
No luck with the 15 AI, huh?
I needed to get the voices done by Wednesday. It opened up on Thursday. That was one, and it didn't really matter because Trixie was the only voice that was available on there. Somnambula doesn't really have voice, but Luna didn't really work. Actually, the TTS voice I found to use for her worked actually better. I liked the voice. So this right now has a shiny surface, and I do not want that. So we're going to fix that.
All the work that went into polishing the wood, and you're just going to throw it away.
Yeah. I think this is Envmap tint. Yes. All right. Look at that. I am a pro. Behold my skills at making tables not shiny.
It's a rare skill.
I put it on my resume at my current job. You know what they said?
Like, please find work elsewhere.
It's better than I was going to say, for sure. Okay, is it Mojito? Why is there no Mojito model?
Just type in booze.
The only one that exists is pony booze.
Yay, pony booze.
Why is there a model called pony booze?
Ponies need their booze too.
What does this look like?
It's pony booze. This is what Rathalos should be drinking. This pony booze.
How's this pony booze?
Because it's booze for ponies.
What makes this? But what makes it pony specific?
It does kind of have the art aesthetic of like.
I know, but you can't just be like, "Wow, this label has no information about it. We put alcohol in it. Children, come here, please."
That's how the ponies label everything. They just put pictures of stuff.
No, that's not the way.
They can't read.
That's not because the ponies do it. They do it because the art is cheaper.
Most ponies can't read. It's sad but true. Equestria has a very poor education system.
I need to find like. I mean, I guess I can make anything have. I just need a cup of something, because I mean you can't be on the beach without alcohol.
This is true. Like, it's fun when you're a kid, but you best be drinking because sand gets in everything. This Rathalos just with this solo
With the coffee. It's even transparent. Hello, Pony Alex. Was a good video. Yeah, actually. So that's the thing is like there was a couple of people that were making comments that were like, "This is the lowest quality, best thing I've ever watched." Or no, my favorite comment. I want to see if I can find this comment because it was about as perfect as you could get for what it is. Let's see here. I gotta go back a little bit. Actually, let me see. Can I just look at that video's stuff specifically? Yeah. And for some reason or not, well, thank you, Hot Rod. Corgo.
Yay, derbies.
Bark, bark. Thank you very much.
Bark, bark.
Though there was Equestria Daily made a solo post for it.
Oh, wonderful.
And it just starts with what? Must be a slow news day.
Yes.
No, I need to. Somebody was like, you know what? It would have been better if you used this. I'm like, dude, did you watch the video? A lot of people actually caught the reference at the end because I put Rara.
No, I didn't watch. I did that thing where I don't watch past the credits.
Oh, I always put something in the credits because then that makes people watch it. But I mean, I know you don't care because your name is in the credits.
I would never know.
Yeah, there it is. I effing love the combination of I only had 3 minutes of SFM I've only had the combination of I only had 3 minutes of SFM to I am a professional who spent 30 years of my life to perfect my craft. And that is exactly what that is. All kids that go to the beach and they're drinking. Well, you know what I mean. If an adult is out there and they're also dealing with kids, that probably means they're double fisting the alcohol. Let's just get him a goblet. It's just like, oh, I drink the finest of Corona.
My favorite things from Futurama was always just legally like, alcohol is very, very bad until you're 21, and then it's very, very good. But
you know
not
what?
until you're 21.
I'm gonna give him a solo
important.
cup.
Oh, you found a red solo cup. I only saw the blue one.
Oh, there's a red one. So we're gonna give him a red solo cup.
This is him just borrowing someone else's booze. He doesn't even buy his own booze.
Okay.
It's so cheap.
I'm gonna move this camera because it is really in a bad position.
It's a very small cup for a very large dragon. It's better. It needs a straw in it, though.
No, it needs an umbrella.
Okay.
But I don't know if
There
I
you go.
have. Ooh. Oh, there's nothing. I need a stick in it. If there's not one,
Oh, you made that. The one up further was perfect. Not that one. Keep going.
This one might work.
That one might work, yeah.
This one?
No, not that one. That one.
This one?
Yeah.
How does that one work?
It works.
No, that looks like the hat on the guy from like Fat Albert. No, we're gonna I feel like I'm aging myself.
I never actually watched this show.
Me neither, I just know the character.
Oh yeah.
I think
one
this
did,
one
yeah.
might work.
Okay.
Let's check this one. It worked well enough. We're gonna shove that in a cup now.
It
Bam.
looks like he found an actual umbrella to just stick in his.
Well, at that size of cup, I mean, I'm surprised they don't just give him a bucket.
Please tell me you have a model for a crazy straw.
A what?
Crazy straw. You know what a crazy straw
No,
is,
I don't.
right?
I don't think one exists.
It's disappointing.
Okay, that is too small. We'll do about that big.
Lemon garnish. What the?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I will. I'll agree with that. Do we have a lemon?
Now it's pretty much like it's got to be a Long Island iced tea if it's got lemon garnish. That was a cute lemon back there.
There we go.
Just a whole lemon slammed to the side of a solo cup somehow.
Hey, Rathalos doesn't have standards.
Well, that's clear. The look on your face is priceless.
But I'm okay with it just because it just means that when I make fun of Derpy,
Which is all the time.
no,
You're evil.
probably yeah, but I'm gonna deny it. So okay, there we go. So he's got a freaking. Oh, come on. Oh, the scaling is by the wrong one.
That is a big one. Yes, how dare. How dare indeed. She is precious. Precious.
Did you make fun of? I did not make fun of Derpy. Okay, I kind of did, but I was hoping that everything would kind of be tied together, but apparently, because I have the scales.
Wait. Derpy is Rathalos' father? I don't know. This is a very odd head canon.
Feel that we need to do that.
Oh, that's a big lemon.
But in doing so, yes, it did make a big lemon, and a big cup, or a big
Umbrella.
big umbrella. That's too big. I need to scale this down so I have the option. Okay, there we go. Now if I scale the cup, there we go. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna put this cup down. All right, that's right there.
I still think it needs a straw.
Oh, not copy. We need to group. Where's the group? I've seen hierarchy off. That's weird. Oh, I actually turned it off earlier for some other reason. That's why that thing was looking weird. Red solo. Okay. And then, but Rathalos,
Okay.
when he runs out, he's ready. So we need, is there vodka? No. Okay. He's got
Rum. He's on the beach. It's got to be rum. Got
Rum?
Yeah, he's on the beach. That looks like a rum bottle.
Ye Old Watson. That is Appalachian month controls.
What's this on the back?
U.S. chef something 1.7 UK. Know your limits. He doesn't. Adults do not regularly something.
It looks like a rum
sure.
bottle.
It looks like something Rathalos would consume, which is anything in a bottle that contains alcohol.
That
Oh, it's one of those little
nearly
mini. It's like the mini ones you get out of the fridge.
Gross. That bottle was probably like $50.
Is that better?
You can get one drink.
There we go. So Rathalos is thirsty.
Wow. Okay. Well, he's gonna get hammered.
He's Rathalos is a thirsty boy.
It's like, yes. Put the funnel in my mouth. It's like, ah.
There.
Yes.
Let's see, this.
It's the only way to drink.
This is art. And then he's, we gotta go up here. There we go. There. So and then and it's like, Rathalos, how is your drink? And he's like, rawr. He's in an epic battle with the uncle.
I think it's winning.
Hold on, we will. Here we go. So he's in an epic battle with the booze. There. Wait, can I just jitter this? Oh god. It's probably gonna look really wrong.
Sand.
There it goes. Epic battle.
His neck is all it's just the new Final Fantasy something.
He's got to do the epic music and like epic angles.
What's this video about?
It's about the representation of the inner self.
That's fairly accurate. Of both the inner and outer self.
Switch back to music. There we go. Okay. It's too epic even for the cinemas. I know. You can't. How are you supposed to outdo that? Michael Bay, drink your heart out. Okay, we need to.
There wasn't enough explosions.
I could add explosions. That would just be taking the joke farther than I would want to. So I'm gonna put the booze bottle. Okay, you've got some booze, and oh, let's delete that. So, all right. This is Beard. All right. So we have him at the beach. We need to show the water, otherwise, like, well, actually, it doesn't even really look like water.
It looks like, oh yeah, there was, I'm riding him in, I'm riding her into the sunset. Well, I went through the desert
had a moment
on
where
a horse with no name.
I forgot that existed for a little bit there.
Yeah, it was probably for the best.
Well, thank you, Jules. You're drinking the entire island supply, yes. That was epic. I don't know. That wasn't epic. It was Rathalos with jitter to his head. But as long as it was entertaining. How far back can I go with this?
Yeah, it looks like he's not so much at a beach as he's just like found a lake.
So there's this one problem of, well, thank you, Vodka. Congrats to El Manaos, man, for the getting this up there. Thank you, Vodka. How are you doing today? I hope you were doing well. I kind of, because like, see how this crap works. The reflections work fine, usually at a low angle, but it's just certain times like the AO gets reflected weird, and it's really frustrating.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like the water should be reflecting him quite like that.
And he's looking at his inner self. No, it's just that the AO reflects weird. All the other models are fine. It's his AO that is causing that issue. So he's fine right there, but this is, I think, because this is, I think, essentially the middle of the screen. Anything past that, so it's getting weird. So I like having the water there, but I'd like reflecting the background. So I think what I'm gonna do, like something like this might come in handy. We'll do maybe like this. So this is, I would call it, you know what? I'm overthinking things. I'm like making establishing shots, but the whole point of this is to be stupid. So we're just gonna skip establishing shots. We're gonna go right to Rathalos, and he's at the beach. Is it? If you look at this, would you say he's on the beach?
I mean, where else? He's either at the beach.
Yes or no? There's not. You're putting a lot of details into this. Yes or no? You have a half a second to determine where he is.
He's at a beach, I suppose. Sure. If I had to take an immediate guess, he's at a beach.
You're trying to be difficult, like purposefully.
I just what you asked and I answered.
Right. Bit under the weather, but no real issues, like a cold or something. I'll hope you feel better.
I was under the weather once. Took me 3 days to dig out.
You don't have to pay attention to him. I mean, I can shut off his mic. Oh, that would be a point, Spit. Like, turn off Michael's mic.
Wow.
And we can make it like 10 points.
Well, what if we made turning off your mic 10 points?
But who has control of this?
Well, the stream.
No,
because
who has control?
We love our fans here.
Our?
Your fans.
No, they're all your fans at this point. They're all just.
Cool
they're here for the derptatorship. They were on Prince Whatever's stream and talking about the derptatorship.
It's upsetting.
And they came on there and he's like, I heard something about Derpy taking over. And I'm like, no, that's Michael.
It's derp and potatoes.
Wow. I prove that point range. Huh. See, Vodka agrees.
Well, yeah, with my idea.
No, he was doing them. You should make it a points bit, but make it 12.50. And thanks for the bits. Beach or Oasis?
It would be funny to put both of them up though, and see which one people vote for.
No, the only reason I wouldn't want to is the amount of actual work it would take to constantly having to change things.
Well, we would just unplug your mic and be done with it.
No. What would be the point? No. I think this.
Bad person.
I kind of still want to have something showing the water. For one, I'm not interested in a dictatorship. Aha! See, Mitch has taste.
Nah.
Mitch, if you had,
I know Mitch well enough to know that's not true.
Mitch, if there was a tatership, that sounds like potatoes, but it's not potatoes. But if there was a tatership,
potatoes.
I mean, if you really wanted to be potatoes, what would your tatership be? Both Mike off for 1 minute for 2,500. I've thought about stuff like that, but at this point, because people have been saving for the rest,
boring.
that I feel like it would be dangerous.
You would never hear anyone talk, and that would be sad.
Again, I'm not worth it. I want something with the water, but you know what? I don't care. It's yellow. It's a beach. We're gonna say it's a beach.
Why can't you show
good
the
enough.
water?
Huh?
Why can't you show the water?
Because an establishing shot normally would take about 3 seconds, 2 to 3 seconds to be able to show everything. This whole video is going to be like 12 seconds, which means the establishing would make up like a sixth of the entire video.
Maybe if you had like a beach ball shoved into
But
the
it's not a
sand.
YouTube video. This is a Twitter video. So it's meant to be super short. And
Can't have a beach ball over there?
why would I put a beach ball?
This to like reiterate that it's a beach.
No, because then that would be if I didn't do an establishing shot, it would be jumping right into the content, which then would be providing something that would distract from the content.
Look, you have to first animate that scene from Top Gun where they're at the beach at the volleyball. That way you can establish that it's a beach.
I'll just take the shot from Top Gun and put his head on it.
Yes.
We'll just edit it in.
Danger zone.
My brother actually, he was in a pilot school for a while. He ended up actually crash landing not crash landing, but like he had to do an emergency landing because their engines cut out. He had to do an emergency landing on a highway, and so they literally landed on a freeway.
That's terrifying for everyone on the freeway.
It happens. Well, it happened. Well, for my brother, it wasn't because he was with an instructor, so they know what to do. It was a fuel imbalance thing, and so but the engine cut, so they had to glide the plane down, and so they had to do an emergency landing on the highway though. Anyway, it happened to be Highway 2, and so my parents made him a shirt that says Highway 2, the danger zone.
Running people.
Yeah, my brother's has some interesting stories from his life. And that there's definitely one regarding that stuff. Oh yeah, these are 60 FPS, aren't they? So I want to kind of move him backwards, but like I want to have him lounging a little bit more, but it's just hard because I can't bend his neck too much back to a normal position without it being kind of weird. I mean, it's already Rathalos sitting in a lawn chair with booze, so I mean, as weird as it's already going to be. I might just not care. I keep feeling like it's one of the reasons that I really liked starting with the Rathalos stuff originally. Was because it was something new, which means that my standard for what was good or what wasn't was still pretty low. But now I feel like the standards went up, and so now I keep trying to do more and more. I'm actually working on a separate model to add flexes to that I'm hoping to be able to putz with coming up here. That would help reinvigorate and do some more new content of sorts. Redistribute the wealth. The Ginger Zone. Well, Kaladin, Jesus Christ. That's dark. Type of adership. Yes, it is our. The rich coffee owners hold much power. They do. Volunteering and happily interested. Do not resist. That's why we need another bet thing to give money to the poor coffee owners. No, because I feel like it's gonna end up. No, actually, that would work out to my benefit because like I could choose like the one with the person with the most points that would just give it to everybody else, and then it would put everybody further from the Michael dictatorship.
You can give all the points to me. I wouldn't abuse that at all.
Just start a prediction that says, if you are Michael, choose option 2, and have everybody else choose option 1.
Yes. Aha!
It would be curious to see how that would work, but all I would end up doing with it is then choosing option 1 so that it takes all your points.
I don't have that many points, so that wouldn't bother me too much.
I don't want to do any more predictions, I think, unless it is for an actual prediction that I do not know the outcome of. What is that green line above the timeline? This one, it's an add-on that you can get on the workshop that is a volume meter. It's meant to control the volume for the normal audio playing, but like for here. Oh, so this one is actually working sometimes. So you can see here.
Peaches.
So it lets me control the volume, but the one thing that is a little annoying with it is every now and then it will only work when on the muted, which means that if I want to have natural muted again, I have to set this to 0 instead, and then when it's on normal, it will be full audio. So there's some glitches with it, and they're a little frustrating, but I like having the option for sure. It comes in handy because I can turn everything down. Normally I used to turn down the audio per for just the music in general or any of the audio in general. But that's not the greatest solution because I always forget to turn it back up on export and then I got to redo things. So this is a nice option. Though I've been doing a lot of audio in post now. I've been using the ones in here as a base, and then I've just been exporting the audio into another software for final composition. It doesn't know how hashtags work. You can do whatever you want, Alexander. I believe in you. Someone's going to choose option 2 and commit identity theft. Yes, everybody that chooses option 2 will get Michael's credit card information.
No, you can have it because I don't have a credit card.
You have no lines of credit?
I have no lines of credit.
Why not?
I just don't.
But what about your credit score?
It's already good.
But if you don't do anything with it for all, it's going to keep dropping.
What bank is going to look at me and like, you've paid all of your bills and...
Yeah, I did that for
throughout your
years.
life.
And then when I went to go get a credit card, they said, we can't give you one because you have no lines of credit.
I have lines of credit.
Because if you no,
I just haven't
they
used
want to
them
know
in a
about your
while.
recent history, not about what you did 10 years ago. What did you do a year and a half, or what have you done in the last year that shows that you are good with paying back any loaned money?
I don't have any debts.
But no, that's not how it works. It's not about not having debt. It's about having debt and paying it back at a consistent schedule.
Look, I'm gonna be rich, so I don't need credit, sir. I'm gonna be a gazillionaire.
A bagazillionaire?
Gazillionaire. So supers. I'm gonna like just people just gonna give me money because I'm so beautiful.
Bullshit.
So that's my plan.
So you're gonna be like Chippendales?
And just look at his face, and they're just like, my goodness.
Please look away. I'll give you $10.
Oh. So mean. It's not easy being as pretty as me. All these jealous people.
Dude, also jelly.
So jelly.
Credit scores are determined by a balance between payment to both credit cards and loans. No history active, no high score. Yep. So they're gonna look at you and be like, Michael, credit sucks.
Yeah, but they're also gonna notice I'm pretty, so it's gonna be fine.
But if you're rich, then that means, and you had good credit, you could borrow more money to then invest to make more money. You don't need to actually have work. You just need to have money to make more money.
I would say don't invest in the stock market on a loan. That sounds like the
That's
worst
Robinhood.
idea. Sounds like the worst idea.
That's where Robinhood lets you do that.
I think that's essentially what's called buying on margin. Yeah. It's a bad idea. You shouldn't do that. It's because
It can work out, but
It
I'm
can.
thinking more often than not, it's not going
kind
to.
of like when my uncle went to the casinos on borrowed money and lost it all, and he couldn't pay it back.
I had an old coworker that I laughed at where he went to a casino. It was one of my old jobs would go to a casino for their like work parties, and they all went to a casino, and he got really drunk, and by the next morning he realized he'd blown $4,000 on slots and poker and stuff and made nothing because he was at like the $20 table, and he just kept dropping money, and he's like, I blacked out partway through and I don't remember spending.
That's awful.
That was just his personality, so it was he was to blame on that. It was 100% him.
I've never been blackout drunk, and I am pretty happy for that. I've never been in a situation where I didn't remember what I did the night before.
I've had plenty of those. Not like I can say much. I mean, how do you say that you remember having a blackout?
Yeah.
I mean, there are periods of existence that I have ceased to be.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever done that. I've made myself sick as can be drinking, but I remember being sick. And everything I did leading up to it, and regretting every instance.
So the nice thing with this is it shouldn't be that hard to lip sync because a lot of this is repeat.
Yes, in order to get money, you first need to get money. This is actually pretty true. You have to have money to make money, at least in the market.
Yeah, that's what sucks. Like, you want a job and you're homeless? Good luck, because they're not going to hire somebody that like hadn't showered in a while and was unable to have access to things that people take for granted.
Like clean clothes, for instance. Like even just getting a job, but yeah, if you want to invest in the market, you have to have some money put away. To even get started.
But most of the people that are borrowing money on it are trying to make money quick. They're not trying to put money away. You're not going to borrow $1,000 so that you can 20 years from now make use of it.
You probably shouldn't be borrowing money for that. This is a general rule, because you can lose it and then you'll owe all that money. And if you had to borrow that money, then you have a money flow issue as is.
But the market's doing so good, and everything's so high. I need to put more money in it because you buy when you're high, right?
No.
But you buy when it's high.
No.
It's hard to go against that affirmation, yes. In order to get... Actually, there was one stock I had. Was it Solano or something? Like, I checked...
Put all my money into cilantro.
No, it was in Solano, and then I checked, and they had a new drug that came on the market, and it jumped 60% in a day.
It's a good day.
I didn't have that much in it, but it was an instant 60% increase.
Yeah.
I had what, $100 that I put in there? It was like $60 in one day.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this one stock I have. This stock is like FIT. Apparently, they split the company up, which caused the stock that I own to plummet. But then I got like 14 shares of this new stock that is on hold as far as...
It should
like,
balance out to where you're not changing.
It's weird.
It should be the same, but then when it's actually released, it could have a drastic spike. Like Facebook had that when they're like, everybody buy Facebook, and then like as soon as it came out, like
I was like I was so close to selling the stock too, and now it's doing weird stuff, and it's got me nervous. Oh, stocks are crazy. Sometimes they're very confusing. A lot of ins and outs.
I can do like that is way too
That's
fast.
harsh. 40,000 in a year, and the one lost 33,000 in a month.
Who plays for OK got to 40,000 in a year, then less. Well, it depends on what he had originally. If he had 7,000 originally, then technically he didn't lose any.
I could see that happening. That was one of the a result of the pandemic last year. A lot of people lost a lot of money over that.
Yeah, to me, I think most of my 401k is right now just in safe stocks. They're not. It's just in like a general holding thing, so it doesn't. It kind of fluctuates a little bit, but otherwise it's pretty stable.
Stock bonds.
Yeah, but some of my when I originally did, I put some stuff into like a Roth, and that's up 100%.
For the year.
Yeah. But I put it in early on. I just dropped. That was money I put in, separate from company stuff. And then I had some other ones that I sold a while ago when they were up, just to guarantee they were up, and they were fine. But then there's a couple that I kept all the ones in there that were down. But then like the one, I think it was Solano or something, had such a huge spike that right now it's way up, and I've considered just selling it because nothing spikes way up and then sits up. So, but I'm letting it sit for now because again, it's $60. It's not really like, oh well.
I mean, I think I'm up 150% for the year.
If you bought anything earlier in the year or early 2020, you're up quite a bit. Oh, like I had an index that's up like 30%, which is super high for an index. If you buy individual stocks, you can beat the market, but index is usually where you want to match the market.
Yeah. That's what most investors say to do, because it's this fairly safe bet.
If you don't want to play the market, it is the best way to do things, because it's basically you just spreading your risk out amongst the S&P 500, and yeah, I want to actually put more into that because I don't have it. I have like a couple thousand just sitting in a nothing stock right now, basically just sitting in holding. That I need to move to something.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I have like a fair amount just sitting in my bank account, and I think about doing something with it, but then I kind of like it having it there too at the same time, just for
having everything non-liquid is not a good idea.
No.
Kind of need to have a back mouth, so we're gonna do. Oh, actually, I just gotta grab his. Boom, boom, boom.
You go get the girl. Oh no, stupid face.
Stupid face. Give me a sec here. I want to at least lock down the unchangeable parts.
Sandy. Sandy beat.
Is it Sandy Beach? You hear him say
Yes.
Sandy Beach.
So this is gonna stretch.
Sandy beat.
Trying to see if they got any like the beach clothes, but for the ponies.
Stupid face.
I knew there were female Rathaloses. We knew it all along.
Oh, that's too big. Let's do it back to there.
And this is the sound of silence. Yes, we were very quiet there for a moment.
If I looked over at Chad, I would have stopped hanging.
He was concentrating very hard on whatever this is.
Okay, and then
Beautiful. Rathalos is stunning. I mean, what's her name? What's that guy's name? Gonna get in trouble. It's Ember, right?
Peaches, coconuts, sand.
Big old glasses. Like that's the dragon Rathian walks in on with Rathalos. It's scandalous. His head's he made his head blue. Yeah, just noticed he made his head blue to match.
it's very important.
Yes.
Okay, I think the glasses won't work. So, we do have him there. See, so we have Rathalos. He's in sexy mode.
Yeah, sandy
He
beaches.
still kind of talks to it.
Yeah,
Yeah. He's not bright enough though. He needs to be at school. He needs to be the brighter.
No, this is female Rathalos. Rathian's a completely different subspecies.
Subspecies.
Yes. Like,
Okay. So then we'll go. There. See, like, are you looking for a waifu? because this one's ready for friendship.
Ready for waifuing. It's a verb.
I'm actually concerned as to what that means.
Here we go, a waifuing. Chaos to be free. Here we go, a waifuing.
He's like, he looks over, and he's like, ooh woo.
It's like,
He's like, oh, I am embarrassed. Do not look at Rathalosian.
the waifuing, yes. It's like, love and joy come to you, and you will be waifuing too.
He's like, ooh. He's like, yeah, it's like, ooh woo, I'm scared. And then, like, want hug, scared. This is my scared dance. I'm thinking of like Scooby Doo, and they're like doing the like whoop, 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 whoop. This is my scared dance. Here we can
This is upsetting.
make this better. So there. This is scared dance. This is called Wrath or Ubu put on makeup.
Yeah, sandy beaches, coconuts, sand.
It's not safe.
And then totally waifu material. He's like I farted in these hands, and then he's
sniffing it.
yeah, no, he's like, but he's fine. He's
Beaches.
okay. I gotta undo that. That's hot single female Rathaloses. It's Rathalosians, and you're dying to meet you. Don't call that number.
Do not call that number. There's no.
A female Rathalos is a Rathian. Yes. No. A Rathian is its own thing.
Rathalos.
You can't a Rathian and a Rathalos. You can't say a Rathian is a female Rathalos because, as far as I know, they're like different. They're different genders that can commingle. You wouldn't call them different, unless you consider Rathalos to be the equivalent of saying man, compared to saying human.
I mean, we just saw what a female Rathalos looks
It could
like.
be that they're biologically different enough that they're considered different enough to have names that are separate, but that still reproduce.
like wiener dogs and pit bulls.
They're still dogs.
Yes.
I mean,
But they got different names.
No, I think the normal idea though is that you are a different species if you are unable to create a child.
But
together.
what about like if coyotes and dogs
And
'Cause-
elephants?
No.
Poor
'cause
coyote. I guess it depends on who's given and who's
Coyotes
taken.
and dogs could still have kids because they're all canines, but one's a dog and one's not a dog.
I don't know. I'm not going to go into that. Subspecies can have children. Yeah, it depends. But I know that's the separation. Okay, did I undo everything?
Yeah.
The kids need to be able to have children. So like a lion and a tiger can have a kid, but that child can't
Well, maybe
have a kid.
Maybe.
No.
I mean, like horses and donkeys can,
Yeah.
but their children can't.
Yeah. The same goes with lions and tigers. They can
They
have.
make bears, right?
Yes.
Oh my.
Oh my. That's where bears come from, everyone. This is science. But yeah, there's a few different species you wouldn't think could have kids together, and turns out, hey, kinda. Just, their kids will be sterile. Man, pig. Yes.
This is beaches. So this one's gonna be tough. Beach is always a tough one for him. So lip bite.
Zebras and ponies can have kids, I think.
Zebras I think can too.
Yeah, but again, sterile.
It depends on whether or not the chromosomes match. I think that was the big difference between them.
But like coyotes and dogs can have kids, and their kids can have kids.
But can their kids have kids?
I don't know. One would think. It's how Zoids are made. Lions and tigers have mechs. Fighting mechs.
Man bear pig. Half bear, half man, half pig.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
You're talking about it's beautiful. Have you seen one?
It's super serial.
There's one of the roads that I used to, that I think Denise actually lived, my sister lived off of for a while, was Excelsior. And so every time we'd see it, we'd be like, Excelsior!
Excelsior! I always love the evolution of that because they first started out as a joke, and then over time it's like, yeah, he's real, man. He's real. He warned us about him and we didn't listen. It's Man Bear Pig.
Man bear pig. I haven't watched South Park in forever. They're still going, aren't they?
They are, but I think even they are starting to hate that they're still going. Like the writers, like this makes us a lot of money, so we're gonna keep doing it. But we hate ourselves now.
Well, their shows were so cheap and easy to make that I can't
Yeah.
see a reason why they couldn't just keep going.
Well, it's popular. I think they did a movie or a TV movie special recently that I might actually kind of want to check out.
I'm gonna go steal that.
Best character in that show is Randy.
Which one's Randy? My boss's name is Randy Sissom.
Oh, it's like the dad of the guy who's always in the blue shirt.
I think I know you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, like the mustache. See, Kyle's dad.
Oh, Thanos. Rathalos is reeing. He's fine. That is a lot of goofy. Gosh. Actually, okay, so earlier today I was trying to come up with names for people, I tried to come up with a unique voice for every character, and it's getting really hard to keep up with in Final Fantasy VI. But the octopus, I just decided to make Goofy. He's like, gosh, I'm going to invade this opera. And like, it was...
The octopus is great.
So yeah, I don't remember what I originally did his voice as, but he's Goofy now.
It's amazing.
I
wish I could have stayed and watched, but I had to work.
Every character has a voice, and it is so hard because like I have 5 people in a room talking, and I have to keep changing voices.
It would get complicated.
Kasayan is Nixon. Sabin is Batman. Edward is my own voice, just more pronounced. Locke is my voice. And then, like, the girls go whatever womanly voice I want to do. Sid is Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it's like, get to the magic side. Where's the Emperor was just, like, talking like an old man. Setzer is a pirate. He's like, arr, get to me airship.
Yes, it
has been really hard to keep up because they jump around so much. Has anyone ever watched Zoids?
I've seen it.
I don't think I have.
I've seen it. It's been a while. I was a teenager, I think, when I saw Zoids. But I remember Liger Zero vaguely. Argo killed a doggy in Final Fantasy VI? How dare you, sir? You were a bad person.
For some reason, they always keep track of any time there's a dog that shows up. I spent, and there's so many guards that have dogs, and so I went through this entire area, escaping every combat that had a dog in it because I knew they would like start making counts of it. And then I ended up in the wild, running across one that looked like a pit bull and didn't think about it. And as soon as I kill it, somebody's like, 1. And I'm like, no!
How dare you! You're a monster.
Because the first comment you have in that game is a dog, and the first thing they're like, "You're mirroring puppies," and they started counting them.
You're a puppy murderer.
But I didn't have a choice at that point.
Oh, sure.
No, so I started skipping that, but then I killed something else. Oh, it was a bird. I killed some bird, so they said bird kill count 1. I'm like, just because I'm not killing dogs, you can't just start counting something else.
No one cares about birds. Especially that one.
Beaches.
I mean, you are a puppy killer. There's no turning back now. You can't clean the blood off your hands. The puppy blood.
Some of these, I'm a little bit... I'm going to keep this at the beginning, but I want to switch shots to different things. And so I think doing the lip sync might net me no benefit. Because I might end up not actually needing to do any of the lip syncing. But we need to find a coconut. There is no coconut. Okay,
Bowling ball. There you go. Where's the bowling ball? A pony bowling ball.
Is it?
Yeah, which makes no sense because it's got finger holes.
No, it's fine.
The lime and the coconut and drink it
Oh,
all
for
up.
pony, you're saying.
Yeah, like, that's the bowling ball for the bowling alley for the ponies. And it's just like, why does it have finger holes?
Use this one. Okay, so the idea is I can probably use this as a coconut if I put it in the tree and just not have... I mean, I don't think coconuts are... Are they I don't know. It's not a coconut. But it is close enough to a coconut. So I'm going to say that is now a coconut. Do not bite into it if you appreciate having teeth. What I'm going to do is we're going to go and add some color. And I'm going to just increase the red ever so slightly. That did not do what I wanted it to. So let's look 1.4, 1.31. That is also not what I'm wanting. Why do you never mute your phone first?
I am muting my phone, but the thing is, Twitch doesn't let you mute Twitch until you're in Twitch.
No, you can just turn your phone all the way down.
I do, before I go into Twitch. But then Twitch on the phone has a separate volume.
But your phone should override it.
You would think.
Your phone is cheap and
No, it's a Galaxy
a Galaxy what?
S3.
S3?
Or S6. It's an S6. My last
Are you
phone
sure?
was a Razor.
You don't even know.
It's an S6.
Okay, that's a pretty decent coconut. So we're gonna call this. We're gonna call this. Why is this? Where's my? Why can I not rename you? It's probably on the other screen. Whatever. It's a bowling ball now. We're gonna move this over here. And over there. And we're gonna just change the size a little bit because the coconuts are not all created equal. I forgot that I don't get ads when I'm subbed. I don't know where the ads were. Oh, is that a case? Doesn't show your subs. Oh, sorry, you're mixing with Night and you're like have the same length name and you're both red. Yeah, I don't get ads. Well, if you have ad blocker on, yeah. And if I can like prevent entry ads, but it like kind of requires that everybody watch an ad. Wow, Michael, I didn't know you were watching. Wow.
Derby.
Bowling balls are best tropical foods. I really like bowling ball water.
Mm-hmm.
You did all that just for that stupid joke.
It was a good joke. My jokes are hilarious.
Don't make fun of me. Oh, that's not a good coconut. That's a good coconut.
It's crazy how much bowling balls look like coconuts.
Does that work?
Oh, it really works because coconuts actually have like the whole like where it looks like you can put. They look a lot like bowling balls. Coconuts do.
How about that?
Yeah.
No, because that looks like a shy guy.
No, coconuts look like that.
No. I'm trying like this.
No, they actually do look like that. That's coconut.
Then why do we make bowling balls? We can just throw
But
coconuts.
they don't. Well, they do in like the Flintstones stuff.
Put a lime in the coconut? I mean, I could.
Drink it all up.
Okay, that one opens up.
See? If I can bring it. I had the picture. It was a good picture.
If I cherry pick the exact picture that I'm looking for, it'll show my truth.
See, it's got like the 3 holes.
That's not 3 holes, it's 3 dark marks.
Yes, and that's kind of what that looks like.
But that's 3 holes.
You can't.
These aren't dark marks, these are actual holes.
It's a texture. It's not an actual hole. Isn't it? No, it's an actual hole. Look at that.
Michael,
What?
can you also find on Wikipedia the definition of a hole? Because apparently you do not know what
Looking
that
at
is.
one. Look, from a distance, the hole's just like the part of the coconut.
Yeah, sandy beaches, coconut,
Okay, we're gonna cut this. Oh, actually, we're gonna.
coconuts, sand.
Okay, well, now I can move this. So we're gonna move this to our coconuts. Is this where our coconuts are? Where are coconuts? I lost my coconuts. There they are.
Dirt.
Warning, do not drink bowling ball water. It causes serious disease known as derpitis.
Wow, Sir
Which
Edward.
corrupts the mind and makes the drinker think derpy is best pony. That might answer a few questions. Hey, Michael,
Yes.
do I need to check your room for bowling balls?
No, my supply.
Are you supplying the neighborhood?
Some bowling ball water. It's delicious. It's good for you.
Beaches, coconuts, sand. Coconut, sand. 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 And the sand, beaches, beach, beach, beaches, sand.
Okay, so we're gonna,
Sand.
You ever eaten coconut?
yeah.
It's pretty good. It's a lot of hassle though. I think the last time I bought a coconut, I just kind of sat it by my computer and ate on it for the better part of like a week. Took a while. I think I just chipped away at it with a screwdriver. So I just had a screwdriver from the toolbox and I'm just stabbing at this coconut for a week to eat it. Good times.
Beaches, sand, coconuts.
I'm sure your
sand,
coconut eating experience is
beaches.
very similar.
No, somebody else made them
Beaches.
or did the work for it.
It's a lot of work.
Michael's supply of bowling balls, anvils, and giant pandas in case of comedic emergencies. I don't think he has enough room for like a bowling ball bag.
I got a piano up there.
Who here has tried dragon fruit? I have not, but dragon fruit is probably the coolest looking fruit.
You ever had kiwis?
Hmm?
Have you ever had kiwi?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but not as
Beaches,
flavorful.
sand.
They're basically giant kiwis with really cool exteriors. I like dragon fruit's good. It's not. I'd rather have like 3 kiwis as opposed to 1 dragon fruit though. But it's still good. It's definitely worth a try. I don't know that I've ever had. I don't know that I've ever had cactus fruit.
Okay, so a lot of these I do not need anybody. So I'm just going to get rid of them now. These ones I do not need anything out of these groups. This, I do need to set this up now. Actually, I don't need the coconuts in this shot either. That was kind of just a precursor thing. Focal distance, I do need to set that up so that it is determined. Like to there. No, that's too blurry. Too blurry. And I have to do some of the lighting here. Still. This needs to go a little bit further.
I think one of my favorite fruits is something that's referred to as sumo fruit now.
I've heard of that.
But when it first came out at the local store, they didn't know what to call it, so it was just labeled as ugly fruit. So I've referred to it as ugly fruit for the better part of 5 years. But they gave it a better name. It's a cross between oranges and grapefruit, and it's actually really, really good.
But it's ugly.
It's kind of ugly, but it falls right out of the peel. Like, you just rip it open, and it's just, you're done.
Okay. So this one, I want to see what I can find for sand. I'm looking for like a sand castle.
What's that? There's like a ripped apart pony there for a second.
What?
I saw like Rainbow Dash, but her skull was exposed or something.
No.
Well, it was before you finished typing. Like, it was like when you finished like the essay or something. Like it appeared. That what is that?
It's armor.
Rainbow Dash armor.
It's Warhammer 40k reference. I actually used I used her armor exactly for couldn't have been that long ago that I made that. Oh, it's probably under here. Yeah, I made it for this. So I forgot that. Oh no, that's the other preview. Final. Here we go. For this guy.
Oh, okay.
So this armor is, I took that armor, I recolored it so it was silver, I shrunk down all the bits so that it was much more closer to the arm, the actual size of the arms, instead of like the big bulky thing. Added some bump maps so that it added a little bit of variety to the thing here. Added, recolored his neck black to look like some kind of spandex type thing. Added the skeleton from a pyro. The Robo Pyro from TF2 as the neck. I can't remember what the scorpion tail was, but yeah, all that is that armor.
It's a lot of work.
It is this. It's just much scaled down. Because like obviously this is way too big of a neck piece to actually be a enclave armor.
Yeah.
Which should be much more streamlined. I like dragon fruit. I think dragon fruit. I drink a dragon fruit energy drink every day.
That's a lot of fruit.
That is a dragon. Oh, as close as it come.
Oops.
It didn't ask me to save it, which means it should be saved.
I eat oranges probably every day. Just about, at least recently, last week, couple weeks.
I eat tons of strawberries.
Yeah. Covered in peanut butter.
No, the strawberries are on top of the peanut butter.
Oh. So it's peanut butter covered in strawberries. My mistake. I eat that sandwich in that video game. Whoa, sandwiches.
There's a lot of sandbags. I want a sand castle.
What's that? It's horrifying.
Yeah, that looks like something. Let's see if the workshop works. Apparently the SFM workshop was actually down. Yeah, it works now. It was down earlier today where you could not get into it. Oh, there is also...
Warhorse made that.
Well, no, he didn't make it. It was a favorited thing.
Oh, okay.
No, there's some really cool terrain packs. I ended up posting this. That's how he found it. But these are some really, really, really high detailed... these are, you can actually see they're actually modeled. And these are lossless, meaning that you can connect them in groups next to each other and they will continue to go forever. You can make some pretty cool looking stuff there. I am highly impressed with the quality of some of these,
Look at that
and
barrel.
some of these ones right here are the ones that I really want, like these kind of like concrete, not concrete, well, looking like stone steps. It's really good. So we're gonna look for sand. Really?
No sand. What are you looking for sand for? Just like sand hills or something?
I was hoping that somebody had a sand castle model, but apparently no.
Can't you just take a castle model and then give it like a sand texture?
I'm thinking about just using a Minecraft block and just saying fuck it reference. Because I have no other sand anything.
Just like get a castle and just put the texture from the Minecraft sand block on it.
Yeah, but okay, let's see. What do we have for castle? What is that?
You don't have Celestia's castle?
They are maps, not models. That's the issue. Is I'm looking for an actual model, not a. I mean, the most you could do is you can make something. So you could do tower, but I'm going to tell you right now, this will actually take a while. So say let's look for a tower.
I mean, you could just not have a castle.
That was the reference I wanted to go with. But say I would have to do that. But then if this is a very large model, the texture that would apply would then be off. So then I would have to go and relearn how to retransform through and override the scale settings of a model, which is then going to take a while.
Find a sandcastle.
There's no sandcastle model.
I want to believe.
So it is 100% possible. It's just whether or not it's worth the work. That is not a sandcastle. So weird. I just want to find if there's a standard tower that I could turn into with the edge of a castle, something maybe, but I'm not seeing a tower. Like that doesn't really work. That could maybe work. That could work. I really wish I could find a bigger one, because I thought like I could do a castle and have.
There you go. Snow the Derpy Wolf. They got this sandcastle.
Okay, where's the download for it?
DeviantArt.
Is it the download for the model, or is that is that just showing the thing?
Give me a minute. See if I can't find it.
Because a lot of people post pictures with stuff, but then you got to find the original reference.
Mm-hmm.
That's anytime I use a model that I think other people might want to figure out where it came from, I would usually post it or add the reference to it. So I could use this and retexture it. Welcome back, Jules. Showing a new guy around. Also got some food. What did you get for food? Model of 1 grain of sand, and you have to copy paste it 1,000,000 times for seasons. Yes, I will become God. I will just mold it into whatever I feel is worthy of my attention. This is just too detailed, I think, for what I was looking for. I was hoping for just a classic tower. I'm not seeing it. Like, this one doesn't really work because it has that opening there. I think if I'm going to make it work for anything, it's going to be this.
Yeah, I don't think they didn't make that model. available.
so this is in the mega pack, which means the texture is not available, meaning if I want to get the override, I have to go find a separate one. I have to copy paste it into this, then rescale it, which is a 9-property override, which is very confusing to run, and it would take me probably 15 minutes just to relearn how to do.
Well, what of the children?
You know what I say to the children? They can go make a sandcastle elsewhere. They can go do it at home. That silly putty and crap.
World are we living in?
They got Play-Doh.
Children have to make their own sandcastles.
We're going to go back to our sand, and we are going to load up.
You can't just do like a beach ball or something.
No, because he says sand.
Well, there's plenty of sand. I can't hear what he's saying.
But he says sand, so I showed just sand. Then he says sand again, because as of being so much sand. So I don't want to just show the exact same thing again. That wouldn't be funny.
Do you have Mr. Sandman? He brings dreams, you know.
Okay, what does Mr. Sandman look like?
Probably a creepy dude.
Okay, yeah, but if I just showed a creepy dude, then not many people are going to be like, oh, sand!
You gotta get Sandman from like that boxing game. What was it? You know the one with Little Mac. Can't remember the name of that game.
Super Smash Brothers?
Yeah, well, it was another game before
It
that.
starts with a P.
Punch Out.
There you go.
Yeah. You can just get Little Mac in there. People will get it. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
You know what I might be able to make work? When in doubt, toss in Rathian.
Seems like a bad idea. She isn't made of sand at all.
Aha, but little do you know, she is actually 0% sand.
I wouldn't know about that. She probably eats a lot of sand.
What are you trying to... What did Rathian do to you? Look at her.
Ate all the sand.
Look at her. She doesn't eat sand.
She's clearly eating sand.
She doesn't eat sand.
It's like, she doesn't eat sand. You're just like, lap, lap, lap.
She's just hungry for whatever sand is made of.
Silicon.
Is it silicon?
Yeah.
Well, that's how she survives, little do you know.
I don't know that there's very much of any nutrition in on sand.
It doesn't need nutrition to eat. Okay, so we're gonna put Rathian. Okay, Rathian needs to have her rig attached now. Okay. And now we're going to rename this one to Rathian. This one's going to take a little longer, but I think it would make a better joke. Actually, I think this one could work. This one actually is built to like fall apart. It's a meteor?
It's like,
Okay, that might not. That one specifically won't work. I need a single model. All those textures are built to be congruent. If I tried to use it and replace its textures, it would not work. So there's a specific model I'm looking for, though. But really, I could just use. You know, I can just use a rock. It really doesn't matter. Snow would be probably not working as well. We need something that's roundish, solo, and preferably in my user mod. See, a lot of these aren't round. They're pretty sharp edges. That's kind of a sharp edges too. That is exceedingly round, but it's also breakable, which goes back to the same issue. It's sharp edges. That might work. Okay. All right, now is to look in here for sand.
You just pour
Actually,
pour in sands from Undertale. Stick 'em in the
sands.
Yes.
No, there's a D in there. We're actually, I think that might actually take too long. So what we're going to do instead is we are going to grab this one, and it is user. Yeah, it's user mod for sure. I already double checked that. Rock Granite 01. Right here. Open that.
It does look like a rock.
Okay. That is way too detailed.
That's what I was saying. Just use the texture from the Minecraft block.
No, that one's going to be speckled. This might work. We're just going to say that this works. I can't take the one from... oops. There we go.
Ooh, there's a what about a horse?
I already had that open, apparently. So it's 400%. There we go. Oh, this is actually probably bigger than that's going to be. Adjustments. Image size. We'll do 50%. There we go. Here we go. I don't know how this is going to look, but we will see. The other concern is this is the default texture for this map. So whatever color this is the color that it needs to be. Where's my tools?
My brand.
I need to, oh, is there a reset?
There really isn't sand anything.
Reset painting. There we go. All right, because the light's going to hit it, I probably want to get to match whatever this is. That is my guess. So we're going to do an adjustment layer because I don't want to actually like affect the bit there. And adjustment layer hue. And we're going to see if we can get this to kind of match. So levels wise, there we go. We're going to do a little bit darker. Actually, this is pretty bland, so we'll do that. Sure. Hue. This is not hue. This is, there we go. Hue. We're going to go a little bit into the browner. A little bit less in the saturation. A little bit darker. That's pretty close. Right?
You trying to get like a pebbly look to it?
Actually, what am I doing?
Oh. Oh, you're just taking a picture of the ground.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, why am I not just taking a picture of the ground? Come on.
Boom. Instant texture.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Look at that. That's called like skilled. Okay.
Screenshots, yay.
Cheating. We're gonna call this Granite 2.
Wake me up before you go. Dog statues.
And that was Rock Granite 01, so we're gonna do Rock Granite
It's all the dog
01,
statues.
02. There actually is one. We're gonna go 01 sand. I wouldn't really call it sand, but yeah, because if I try to make it a bright yellow, it's not gonna look right, no matter what I do, because that light that's hitting it is what's making that color. Right, and sand. Okay, that's pretty close, but I can probably cheat it for the rest. Actually, what am I doing? I already have an override for that. I want to do base color. That is not how you spell color. There we go. Okay, and so this one I'm going to do like, see, let's go like 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. That's
It's a sandy rock.
I think a little bit brighter. Yeah, that's pretty good. Like it's definitely a higher texture version of the sand, but the idea is then Rathian can bury herself.
I was gonna say her sandcastle skills are abysmal
Why?
because it's just a lump of sand.
She's not sandcastling.
Oh, that's good.
She is buried
Certainly
herself.
not waifuing.
She's buried. You be quiet. Nobody asked you. And then
The realm of Rathalos.
and then we're going. See, she's making a sand pit. She has hidden herself in the sand.
I figured Rathalos. Rathalos.
Rathios?
Rathios. Their horrible love child, Rathios. The subspecies.
That's one of my favorite snacks. Double stuffed Rathios.
Oh no. No, I just figured Rathalos buried her. I was like, yeah, you stay here. Wait
Like-
for the tide.
You see, well, you see, you can go and like tie her to like a tree,
Yeah.
so she can do her business in the area,
Okay.
or you can just bury her in the sand, and then she just kind of just, like that's where she lives now.
Yes.
She misbehaved. She bit he like a little turtle.
She looks sad. Like, I don't want to be here.
I can't make her smile though.
Because he's a dragon, and dragons are always sad.
Like there's nothing I can do.
dragons.
Well, I can kind of make her smile.
Is she gonna bark?
Most I can do is I can kind of play with these and
That's a smile, I think.
it's see Rathian, you happy? And it's bark 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 bark. See, this is it's the face of happiness and drug use. Wouldn't the Diablos work better here? Probably, but Rathian and Rathalos are the... I use Rathian as the comedic relief or just as the butt of a joke on a lot of things. And so would Diablos work better here? Yeah, but then it would be a character I've never used before in a situation that he's not accustomed. It would just wouldn't... It would be too distracting. But Rathian just thrown into these little stupid situations is what her character is essentially there for.
So what would it take to have, like, after the credits roll, for you to come back to this shot, but the tides come in and it's just all that's sticking up out of the water is a few of Rathian's, like, little spikes. It's implying she drowned.
Only if you can let me make a 4-minute video that is just about the brutal murder of Derpy.
Why would you do that? That would be awful.
This is called a compromise.
No, this isn't compromise.
And it has to have your name at the end of the credits because you're on Patreon.
No murder Derby. She's precious.
She's precious.
She's precious.
To who?
To, like, everything on planet Earth.
I mean, I'm not doing it because of you. I'm doing it because... I'm doing it because of you. But...
Yes. It's the murder Derby. She's hiding to hunt the coconuts. Yes. I like this. This is good.
Derpy is?
No, the Rathian. One of them.
The
Rathalos.
Rathalathian.
The Rathalos.
Yes, murder Derpy. Wow.
No,
that's...
what the heck?
Okay, I'm making it as a joke, and you got
Moonshire?
serious.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ. Jesus.
Murder Derpy. She's a good horse. She wants to play on the beach. Why isn't Derpy in this video?
Okay, Michael, let's think back to all the times you said, hey, this should have Derpy in it, and then what happened?
She to get like the swimsuit version. She could play on beach.
Do you want me to regret your decision?
What, finding a swimsuit version of Derpy?
No, every time you say something, I get put in the opposite.
No.
Do I need to, like, add some more neck snap sounds?
No. Stop trying to murder Derpy.
I'm not trying to murder Derpy. You're murdering Derpy. I did make a clip of that when that neck snap.
Yes.
I went back and did that because that is a glorious moment.
That's what I was showing Trey after work. I brought up the whole stream and I was like, look what he did.
Wait, you did at work?
Yeah.
To your boss?
No, the draft.
So you can't just say to work. You showed it to one person.
Yeah, I showed it to.
But you showed it to half your
I
workplace.
showed it to half my workplace. Yes.
So yeah, actually that, like, you can kind of see it in the top right one. It's actually hard to see that these actually pop up. So this actually works out pretty good. Though I would have to imply that if her wings were anywhere, her wings would be spread off from here. So they would have, like, some kind of dirt. Oops. Not dirt, it's sand.
Sand's
like
a form of dirt.
Derp?
Dirt. Sand is dirt. There are many different types of dirt.
And then we're going to put a little bit underneath her head, like she's getting a little bit of a boost. Because they were like, oh, wow, look, oh, she got her head is stuck in here.
They threw sand on her head.
She needs a little boost. There she goes. Look at, she's comfy. She's warm.
Sand is known for its warmth. Oh, it kind of is. It can burn your feet.
Well, it's not, the sand isn't warm.
The sand gets
The
warm
sand
from
is
the sun.
it's not creating heat. It's only, it means,
absorbs
if you were to
heat
walk
like
in,
crazy.
if you're walking on the beach at 3 a.m, do you think the sand's going to be hot?
The beach is always hot.
That's what she said.
Oh, yeah. You made grilled cheese. Did you bring me one?
Back with grilled cheese. Ooh.
Well, I haven't had grilled cheese in forever.
I just was being my weird little tipsy self. Tipsy? Are you drinking? What have you been drinking?
Can I have some?
You have a cup.
It's empty.
That is not their problem. Just want to get rid of some of these like sharper shadows on some of this stuff. All right, and now I want to still apply
Use garlic
wings
butter?
on the
That
other
sounds
side.
good, actually.
Everyone's always about murder, but what about torture? Make it last? Wow, you're trying to like. I thought you were trying to be all positive there. Like, why are you guys all talking about the bad things? And you're like, why talk about the bad things when you can talk about the worst things?
Why talk about bad things when we could just beat up on this dragon instead? Because it's a dragon, it's fine. They don't have like feelings.
They don't.
No.
What proof do you have? How do you prove? Prove that
Well, remember
dragons have feelings, or that derbies have feelings and dragons don't?
Well, remember when I gave the dragon feeling and you got sad?
That's not proof.
Well, they just growl and roar. They just like want to bite you.
That doesn't mean they. But that's anger. Anger is a feeling.
When you make them cry, then it just gets sad. You don't want to beat them up more. So it's for the best that they don't have feelings.
So, wait, saying it's for the best they don't have feelings does not mean that they don't have feelings. It's just saying it's better if I pretend they don't.
Well, that's how we get through Monster Hunter.
Well, yeah.
That's how we get through the game.
Do we want to capture them? That would be hard. I think murder.
Murder.
Normally I'm positive. I just felt like changing things up. I don't know. Rathalos is probably nice and cool in there. Or all that sand. Probably. Or nice and toasty. One of those.
Probably damn.
Celia did not butter my... My butter is a garlic and Parmesan butter. Oh, I'm back with grilled cheese. Okay, it's the rest of the grilled cheese. I was confused on that regard. Malibu pineapple rum. That's what I'm drinking. Just straight, or are you mixing with anything? And you can have some if you come down to Florida and say hi to me. Oh, so you got away from all this cold crap. Oh, that is way
Florida
too
got
blurry.
spared for the most part. They got a little chillier than normal, but they didn't get snow like Texas.
Well, Texas was. It's not the cold, or it's not the snow. It's the cold that was the main problem in Texas.
Well, yeah, but snow and cold kind of go hand in hand a lot of the time.
Not really. That was the main issue there, is that their just infrastructure wasn't built for taking that kind of heat, or not that kind of heat, that kind of cold.
Sand. Sand.
And then I can have her go like bark, because that's why I left her mouth kind of open, so she can kind of look up and go bark, because that's what she does.
Beaches. Sand. Wait.
In this one, okay, the beard is really bothering me. We're gonna get rid of it in this shot.
I thought you were gonna keep it.
No, it wasn't. It was a different joke.
I feel like he needs a hat.
Like a straw hat.
Yeah.
Let's see what I have.
No. Oh, Trixie's hat.
Like, I love it's like a cowboy hat. No, that doesn't work. But then Trixie's hat, which is even further in that direction.
It's a good hat.
I think there's some bias going on.
Oh, wait. Just put the Coca-Cola on his head.
Nothing. So anything?
I'm surprised
broken?
TF2 doesn't have one straw hat of some sort.
I'm thinking that this is just not working. Yeah, when I just search items, I'm only getting one thing. So the workshop is still not working for SFM. That's why I wasn't able to find any sand anything. Because I'm like, there's beaches. Somebody would have put keyword sand in there. So that makes sense.
Yeah, the workshop's just still not.
You just want to loot Art Raffle on Twitter? Oh, I would say congratulations, but I'm not sure if I should. Make a last move with Rathalos just so you can say Rathalos. I get it. I'm drinking straight, no mixing. Yeah, it's a little chilly, but it's really rainy right now. Okay. What is chili? Texas is one thing, but Florida doesn't get out of this.
Does it involve spaghetti?
If chili means that the temperature dropped 3 degrees that day, then you can right out. That's today we started today at 0. And right now
I got frostbite this year. It was a new experience for me.
because that was your fault though. It is 7 degrees right now.
Like my hands
Is
are
it
still
pork
like
chili or
sandpaper.
beef chili?
It's got we gotta put
Yes.
spaghetti, oyster crackers, hot sauce with it, and cheese.
We don't know. He doesn't pick that stuff.
I got more of that to make actually.
Okay, I'll use my arrows here. There we go. Yeah, I'm not seeing any
What
hat.
about Daring Do's hat?
Oh, I'm in user mod. That's why. Let's try opening that up. There we go.
Let's have him on the beach. Like Elmer's hat. He got like the safari hat. Ooh, that would work.
No,
What hat is that?
it's a storm hat, so it's probably blue. Some of these are only visible once I've
Ooh, Santa
opened
hat.
them. No. You're like straw hat, and then everyone that makes absolutely no sense for the search situation, you're like, oh, do that one.
More
Not a safari hat.
Oh, well, that's what. Or Santa hats. Oh, that's another safari hat. Oh, there you go. That's a straw hat. It's kind of low poly.
No, that wouldn't really work. It.
It's multiple hats.
And also remember that anything I put in there that's yellow, the ground was actually kind of a grayish brown, but the light made it much brighter. So anything I put in here is probably going to be running into the same issue. If I put it in there and it's bright yellow, it's going to just glow.
That hat's alive.
Remember those? I didn't think I quite got unlocked that version. I think I got the open chest version, but I never got the unlock for the full Cthulhu.
No, it's safari hats.
Safari hats are not what I want. That's probably gonna happen.
Workshop.
It's 54 degrees right now, and it's supposed to get down to 40s. So not that chilly, but chilly for me. No, it's all based on what you're used to.
It's all well to a point. At some point, it can start killing you.
Well, no, it's more of what you consider cold is based on what you're used to. If you were in Antarctica, and it was -70 every day. -20 would probably be. Well, I don't know if your body can even tell the difference.
I think it would always
But-
just be cold. I think at a certain point it gets so cold that your body doesn't really register it past a certain point. You just start going numb.
But also, you're not outside all the time there too.
Well, then if you want to live.
So yeah, I'm gonna assume that there is no hat that works here.
What? How is he gonna get sunburned? He gonna be all look, he's already sunburned. He's red all over.
He'll get some ointment.
There's not enough ointment in the world to fix that.
Derpy's gray.
Yeah.
She doesn't even have color. She's dead. Her tissue has ceased to be.
You're a bad person. She's adorable.
Sandy beaches, coconuts. Yeah.
Okay, I still don't like this camera angle.
I like that.
I also don't like that beard.
You can give him a nice schoolgirl hat with a pink bow.
I think if I do something like this, it might kind of be nice because it shows the beach, it shows the palm trees, and I can put like a sun coming in from the corner.
Sandy beaches, coconuts, sand, beaches,
What are those like
sand. Wait a minute,
non-palm
I-
trees doing so close to the ocean water? The salt water would kill those trees.
What are you talking about?
Got like oaks and stuff back there.
There might be a lake
Maples.
nearby. Do you not know? Have you checked? Do you know what the everything is for this area?
I'm just
Maybe
saying,
there's an underwater reservoir.
Salt water would kill the crap out of this.
You mean that there's no trees that can exist next to water?
No, there
the
are
ocean?
not those trees though.
How do you what type of tree is this?
It's probably like a maple.
Probably no. That's not. No, I need an answer. What is this?
It looks like a maple.
No, it
or
is
a lotus.
No, it is called a model because it isn't real, and I can do whatever the hell I want. So you don't talk trash about my trees.
Your trees are garbage. Garbage.
The trees take exception to that.
Derpy's adorable.
What do you mean?
Yes.
Derpy is immortal. She is a zombie.
No.
It's no. That's why her eyes go derp, because they don't have any muscle control left.
Wow. No. She's good.
She's a little good undead horse.
No, it's not. That's she's alive.
When she wanted muffins because she was confused and thought it was brain. She's see now that I like this. This is canon now.
My canon is that Rainbow Dash's butt.
So when I was working on the video yesterday, I was working on I was looking at the renders, and when I actually did the full render for it, I realized that I forgot to lock Nightmare Moon's jiggle bones, and so in the render, her ass was literally like, like it was gyrating in such
Is that
a
why
fast.
you had to fix it?
It literally was every other frame. It was at its extreme. And so I had to re-render part. They were super quick. They're so simple shots. I could
Yes.
re-render them live. I would basically start re-rendering and then go into After Effects and keep punching.
You don't want to leave it.
But literally, her ass looked like it was in a like you know that like 1950s
shaker
like
things.
shaker thing. That's what her ass looked like. It was just.
You totally should have
And
left it.
I had to redo a render that took a half hour, but I didn't mind because it was so funny. I'm like, what is wrong with her butt? And then it was just like it was like a pulsar where you can like count, tell time from its road. It was doing that.
It just had the physics from that one video game.
Yeah.
The beach volleyball game. Dead Alive or something.
Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball.
Yes, Dead or Alive.
I had a friend that would
It's
play
on
that
our
game
bud.
all the time. And do you think he played it for the volleyball?
Yes.
Actually, kind of did. It was.
I mean,
the game
'cause-
itself wasn't bad, but the whole point of playing it was for the. You weren't playing it because of the volleyball.
It's because the physics are crazy. Crazy.
Because of the physics, yes.
Yes.
Sure, that's one way to put it, I guess.
Oh, no, it's just. Eh.
Yeah.
I hope you say the jiggle version. No, I did not. I immediately overrode it because when I do like doing like the edit or working with renders that are very, very detailed, that are like take a lot of time to render. If I have to replace a shot, I will make it as a separate bit because if I have a mistake, I have one I could go back to. So I'm not overwriting stuff that takes a while. In that one, I could re-render a shot in like 10, 15 minutes. So I just was overwriting everything as I went. When I would go through, if I noticed an error, I would just go back to the video, narrow it down to the section, hit render, and then I'll go back to finishing the editing. So, and the editing took a while. Actually, some of the stuff that took the longest for finishing up that video was the TTS. Finding some that worked actually took me hours. Like, that was probably the most frustrating part. I spent way too much time in the lighting. I probably should have done less time on that. Adding some of the little ripple effect for the Mario stuff. Color correction because it was changing your shots quite a bit. I did all the audio editing in After Effects, so I had to bring all the audio in separately so that I could time it better. It was fine.
I'm waiting for the day that you put a ton of time and effort into this one video and then you forget to bake the model in a single shot and it just wobbles and that's all the comments are.
The tree species, a modelless polygonus native to SFM. Yes. What was it? Like a medical edition called Rainwater. Reynolds. So usually chilly means on the borderline of cold for me. Reynolds phenomenon is a dorsal that causes decreased blood flow to the fingers. Basically, when I get cold, the fingers turn purple. Oh, okay, yeah, I can understand them wanting to stay warm. Yeah, I mean, if anything's going to get cold at anybody first, it's your fingers. But it's not dangerous for me or anything. And I just like, hide your hands away. That is the one thing that I don't like about with the colds. I'll usually grab a blanket, not to keep warm for my body temperature, but to keep my extremities warm, because like I'm holding a mouse or something and that gets cold.
Hey, it must have been so cold for you in this house. It must have been so cold for you in the house this winter.
Actually, yeah, it got a little chilly. I had the fireplace running. I had to move my desk or my seat over there, and I usually had a blanket or something on. Today I didn't wear one because the sun was coming through the window, and that sun is warm. But otherwise, yeah, actually, there was some days that it got really, really cold.
It was so cold outside.
Well, yeah, you went outside, but you said when you were at work.
Well, no, it was when I was in my car.
Well, yeah,
I didn't have the heat running.
You said at work. Why didn't you have your heat running?
Because it wasn't working properly. I figured out what was wrong, but
you didn't turn it on.
Well, I turned it on, but it was being weird. I have to have it at a certain setting for the heat to run. So I was basically driving home for several days when it was like negative 20 with no heat in my car, and that's how I ended up with frostbite.
With no hat.
Yeah.
And no gloves.
No gloves.
And it was negative 20.
Yeah. And I was driving in my car, and the roads were slow, so I was in my car for about 40 minutes. And that's why the back of my hand's kind of got like a cheese grater feel to it right now.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's cold as cold, right?
Well, you don't feel it up to a certain point because then you just go numb. And then the skin starts to die.
They're like, Michael, we're going to have to amputate your legs. You're like, it's fine. Can I?
It didn't get that bad. I learned a valuable lesson this winter. Like, the cold can really sneak up on you. Like, heat will just burn and hurt. Cold just makes you numb, and then you don't figure out what the damage you did until after you thaw out.
The problem with cold is that if it gets cold enough, it is like heat, because it can burn.
The difference is you don't feel it because you're numb from the cold.
Yeah, but usually there's a lot of pain that comes before that.
All the cold, yeah.
Yeah, and what did you do during that time?
I got to drive my car.
You could sit on your hand. You have one hand on the wheel, you have to sit on the other one. No, that's literally what I'll do.
Yeah.
I'm not just like talking crap.
The roads were icy. It was 10 and 2, like white knuckling it because the roads were awful.
Were you white knuckling because you were holding it or because your hands were frozen to it?
Yes. Yes, both accounts. So the roads were awful. My car was freezing. It was a bad day.
Extremities get cold first. All extremities. Yes. No, that's what your body. When your body starts getting cold, it will start reducing the blood flow to your extremities so that it will help prioritize the heat to maintain within your central body. So yeah, that is a thing. Yeah.
Organs are more important.
Yeah, so your heart and your internal organs are your more important part. So that's why if people have if they lose their hands to frostbite, like the severe frostbite, it's always their hands or their feet, because their body basically says, I'm going to live. And so I'm going to cut off blood flow to those. And then they basically just get frozen over. Because it's, if not, then it's like, it's the same reason, like if you want to warm up, one of the easiest ways to warm up really quick is to get sink running hot water and just put your hands into it. All your blood flow is running through your hands and then back up to your body. And so it's warming all the blood, and all that blood is then being pumped back into you, which is then mixing in with everything. So if you just put your hand under some hot water for a minute, you can warm your whole body up just because you're recycling warmer blood. And it's the same thing that if your body wants to save heat, it will just cut that off so that doesn't happen with the cold air too.
You don't know anybody who drives with their knees, do you?
I do.
I know you do.
But if it's icy roads though,
you're not going to drive with your knees.
No. I will usually like at least have one at the bottom or something, because it's hard to notice small changes in, like, if you're losing control or not with a single hand, because sometimes that's just error. But having two hands on there, you are able to keep a better idea of it. But still, that's why you get gloves and a hat.
I got gloves now.
But
yeah,
but
now
what about during?
Next year, I will be prepared.
No, you won't.
I'll lose the gloves.
Yep.
Probably. I lost my other pair of gloves.
You'll forget where you put them, is what I mean.
I'm gonna try to keep them in the pockets of that big old coat. Really, I don't need gloves unless it drops below 0, but it did. So
It's a better idea too, just because if my hands get cold and I come inside, it just takes a while for them to warm up. So I just rather have gloves on, because then when I come back inside, my hands are already like pretty toasty.
Like if it's below 0 or it's below freezing and I'm gonna be outside for a long period of time. Like say we went to like an outdoor bar or something, I'd probably want the gloves.
Yeah. Yeah. Sandy beach.
I tend to when I'm on long trips, I tend to drive with just one hand at the bottom of the wheel.
If I'm on long trips, I usually, I'll do one hand at the bottom, but I only really do knee driving if it's a really nice day and I want to have one arm out on the windowsill, and then the other one kind of relaxing, then I will. But if it's a long trip, I usually still will not knee drive, just because that's not a comfortable position. It takes too much effort to knee drive. Knee drive is if you want to be lounging, but I wouldn't call it like lazy.
I've always had at least one hand on the wheel. Driving with my knees seems like a bad idea. Personally, not my thing.
Actually, we're gonna take Rathalos here, and we're going to in his thing here. There we go.
My car has heated seats, but it doesn't work on the one side because I have to replace a fuse. That I just haven't cared enough to do.
Actually, his whole... I might have to play with the positioning of that. Or I can play with them afterwards. I'm not too worried about it.
Drive with my feet. That's a good idea.
Drive with your feet. Just drive with your teeth.
Yes. Drive in your imagination. I can't wait for self-driving cars. Some people don't like the idea. I think it sounds wonderful.
I don't like the idea of somebody else driving a vehicle for me that could put my life on the line. If I'm gonna die, I want to have it be by my own choice and by my own hand.
I've driven for you before.
I know, and that does scare me.
I think roads would be safer if computers were driving all the cars, personally.
If they were driving all the cars, but then like say there's a glitch in the system and suddenly like a whole bunch of stuff happens. Yeah, would you have maybe a lower kill or kill death ratio of not kill death? What am I thinking? That's like a video game. You would have a lower death ratio probably, but then you are letting somebody else choose whether or not you have control of the situation. So if somebody died, it would be through no act of their own. If I'm going to die, I would rather at least have the option to do something about it.
Well, you can switch it over to manual. I'm sure cars.
But by then, I'm pretty sure it's too late. Because if you had fully self-driving cars and every car was self-driving, would you actually be sitting there with your hands on the wheel?
Probably not. I'd be
then you would have no option to save yourself. I don't like that.
You don't like that? You're somebody who's always going to keep on manual.
If I'm going to die, I want it to be my hand.
When I was like my previous job, this one hasn't been so bad, but some days mornings I would be so exhausted, and it was like a 30-minute drive to work. I would have loved just being able to take a nap. I'm like, I don't know what's to work. It would have been so nice.
Oh, his root's way over there. For some reason. It's the beard's root. The beard's gone now.
The beaches.
You fill your self-driving car with the wrong fuel. Does it DUI?
Explode the car before it hits the wall. Yes, that's what they have the explodey button.
I wonder what the laws would be on that. Like a self-driving car, I would think you would need to be sober still in the car.
if you
were
have
behind the driving.
if you had the
wheel.
if it required any type of interaction from the person driving, then they would still require probably that there is no you could not be inebriated.
It would still be nice though to be able to go to a bar and just have the car drive you home.
It's called a taxi.
Taxis cost money.
Uber.
Uber costs money.
Owning a car costs money.
Yes, but everybody already owns a car.
No, they don't.
Well, most people do.
Probably by a little margin, but a large amount of people probably don't.
Well, then they live within walking distance of the bar.
You're assuming a lot of people.
I'm.
Why can't people afford rent? Don't they have money?
No, I'm just saying, if you live in the city, I get not being able to get day to day without a car. If you live out in the country,
You have tractors.
Yes, but you're not going to be able to like get groceries and stuff unless you have a car. Like, and if you live in the city, then you can walk too.
If you're on a farm, you don't need to. You have a farm. And you can stuff, and then like you go down and you pop all the cans open.
Nobody does that.
And you make pies and then cook the pigs.
No one does this. Not in 100 years.
I'm making assumptions like you are, man.
I'm saying, if you live in the city and you don't need a car, then you can you're probably in walking distance of a bar.
Probably.
Or something. Probably.
But what if you don't?
It's a weird city. The city doesn't have a bar within walking distance.
There's plenty of cities that are dry cities that don't allow any drinking.
Like cities?
So you might have to go to the nearby cities.
Like maybe Utah or something.
Yeah, but that means that there's probably some poor person that's just like listening to you and being like, I can't do that.
I'm sorry you live in like Salt Lake City.
Ignore Michael. He's being biased towards
Salt Lake City.
people, not Michael.
I don't know Salt Lake City's a dry city.
Memories of driving through Minnesota. Minnesota's nice for a little while, and then it's boring. Aggressive auto eject. Auto eject. I like that. What does aggressive auto eject mean? Like the other one like gives you a warning, but the like one opens the roof first.
Shoot you out. It's like it's done.
Beaches, coke. Sandy beaches, coke.
What's that thing when somebody's been pulled over for a DUI too many times? They put like the breathalyzer to start their cars.
Beaches.
I mean, it's kind of a thing. Oh.
Where's my booze? Here's the booze.
Got the booze.
That was a very important thing.
That's an aggressive eject.
Aggressive auto eject boosts the eject with a big boot. There's not even a chair. It's just
Just a boot. Just kicks you. It's like all Looney Tunes you out the car.
yeah. And then after it boosts you, it's like that's all, folks.
Yay! It's the service riders. Yay! It's so cute. She's so cute.
I'm so happy with how that turned out. Thank you, Joel. Yeah, the man.
Hey, Derby. Oh, more Derby.
Oh, they do.
I'll take more Derby.
I think you do. That looks pretty good for lighting on him, I think. Oh, maybe I have to go a little more yellow. How do you do the writing thing? Oh, so that is because there's some generous people. I decided to add some other tiers of bits. Anything from 1 to 499 is the normal derpy. Anything 500 up right now is the derpy riding thing.
Something people might not know. I used to ride actual horses all the time. Because I grew up with horses.
There's a lot of people in the pony fandom that also grew up with horses.
Real horses?
Sure.
Maybe.
I kind of like that there's no real shadow like right around here, but I also, again, this is meant to be cheap. So, so this is going to be like, I'm going to call this main. I spent like probably 8 to 9 hours on that stupid little derpy thing. I learned a lot, but it was... I spent a ton of time on that because it was... I wanted to make derpy walking across the screen, but I was originally going to make it so that I would grab it and move it just randomly. And I'm like, no, I think I can figure this out. And then I'm like, well, maybe if I make it a puppet. And then... like I can animate it, and then it just like the scope exploded with it so quickly.
It's like 90% of everything you do.
Yeah,
Like
but
you started
hey,
small and then the scope.
it turned
scope
out
creep.
it turned out pretty good.
Yes.
I can't really do a rim on this guy because it kind of just goes through.
My mom did let the horse in the house one time. I don't know that she let it sleep in the beds though.
Yeah, sandy beaches.
I have a very odd mother. The horse just stuck its head in the kitchen and she's like, "Come in, horse." And the horse just came in the kitchen. And I was very happy it didn't poop on the floor.
Well, his father was a human, but his
Yes.
sister's father,
This horse.
yeah, Mr. Ed.
Yes. True story. Christmases were weird.
I'm actually not sure where you're
It's
supposed to go with that, but I
horse
actually
dad.
don't know if I want you going anywhere with that. So
What, having a horse dad over for Christmas?
I just realized that this is not. Oh, that is way. That is not right. Actually, white's probably the better. I think just maybe that for the color, just a slight bit of yellow. But technically, sun's light is white, more in space that it's like the pure white. Depending on where I am, I'll use a little bit of yellow. Did you hate staying later after school because your horse got detention?
That would be awful.
Damn you, horse.
Always getting me into trouble. Actually, I spent a lot of time taking care of horses growing up and shoveling their poop and having to break horses, which is basically train them from basically being wild when I was younger. So as an adult, I don't like real horses.
You like the fake ones.
Because I like the fake ones because they're less of a chore. The horses for me
Well, yeah,
were a chore.
they're less of a chore because like one's a cartoon and you don't have to do anything with them, and the other ones are like real things that poop.
Poop everywhere.
What was it? Brainstorm Alex, I think, that did the anthology short, where the do we poop? Where's like there's no poop, there's no bathrooms. Like,
Yes.
I think it was Brainstorm Alex that made that
Yes.
one, and that 100% makes sense. Like, yes, where is the poop?
They get the magic away. They're horse magics.
Horse magics?
Various horse magics.
Various horse magics.
They have many horse magics.
Is various horse magics for the same thing?
Well, they have different horse magics for different things.
For different poops?
Very like you have to, because poops can come in a wide variety of poops.
Poops can come in a wide variety of poops.
Yes, there's many poops.
Do I have quotes enabled on here yet? I think if you put exclamation point add quote, we're gonna take a look at this.
So,
Actually, I'm gonna check it on this one.
post.
No, I can't actually, but there might show some stuff that I don't want to have shown. So, I think it's exclamation point add quote, and then you put the quote afterwards. I think, but I cannot remember how Streamlabs does it. But I feel like that should be a quote.
Let's see if we can find it.
I can't. Yeah, I'd have to look it up again. Thank you for trying, though. This is not going the way I wanted it to. Oh, that's a little better.
Coconut. Yeah, sandy beaches.
I think quotes would be his biggest regret. Yeah, I'm gonna make chat's gonna disappear for a sec. I'm gonna, or for me, I need to check here. It should keep me logged in. Yes, it does. Cloudbot quotes. I can manually add quotes. To add quote, it says to get started or use !! add quote text in chat. And there's no on button, so I would assume that it's always on. Do I have to add one first? I'm gonna see if I can. Yeah, I might have to put that later. It says that was done right, but I'm not seeing the option, unless it's a different one for pulling quotes. What should you say lest it becomes immortalized? Well, there used to be somebody that was keeping track of things that I said that were stupid, so it's just Michael's turn now.
Sandy beaches.
Kind of looking for this one thing.
Alright, so this volumetric, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this one down. No. Yeah, I'm going to turn this one down, and this one's going to go a bit further. No, not a little further. We're going to increase its edge a bit more first. There we go. And we're going to bring that back. So this is going to cover a larger area, and this is going to have to go behind Rathalos. And then, so this is going to be, we'll call this one the large. And then this one is going to be small. So this one's going to be much, much brighter. Oop. But then is not going to go as far.
Sometimes Draft actually tweets out my things I say at work. The last one I said, "It's not like my actions are my own doing."
Yeah.
So I'll skip that one, but here's one. He's like, "I'm a professional groupie."
Is that the relation to here?
I don't know, just life in general.
Oh.
Sandy beaches. Coconuts.
Let's see.
I want to actually have it hit some of the coconuts. Well, this isn't even shadowed. No, it is shadowed. But I'm not hitting. Oh. Not on the right tree. That would be why.
Like this one. That Draft retweeted. In the end, you build your harem, but all the demons are demanding and you have to constantly feed them pancakes. Tail and L on romance.
Wait, what?
No context. It's better without context. Just as says, in the end, you build your harem, but all the demons are demanding, and you have to constantly feed them pancakes. Tail and L on romance.
I'm... Normally I don't want context, but I kind of want context.
I was discussing a game I played that John got me to play. But here's his toenail and brobies, because he calls bronies brobies. You know misery loves company. That was what I said about the brony community. Misery loves company.
So I don't think I need to grab the other volumetrics. Decrease that brightness, decrease that volumetrics. These are white. I need to get these back to yellow for the volumetrics. So the volumetrics purpose is to basically just blow out the brightness from one direction.
This is something I actually said in draft one time. That's a quote of mine that he tweeted. He's like, you need to be a teacher because you're a horrible student. That's what I said to him. Because he would talk about school and complain about all of his teachers.
Well, if you've had experience in teaching, you're going to be probably much more critical of anybody actually doing teaching. So I'm okay with this, but these like coconuts I feel like are really dark, and they need more light.
Teo, no. I like hurting people.
You said that?
Apparently at some point, because he quoted me saying it.
Okay, now you all know.
Yes.
This is the true Michael.
Here's another quote of mine. I'm always optimistic. No, wait, I meant cynical.
Were you actually unsure about what you said?
No, it was intentional. I was like, he's like, you're such a pessimist. I'm like, no, wait, I'm always optimistic. No, wait, I meant cynical. He tweeted that out.
Coconut.
This is me and him. We work together, so this was me and him having a conversation. Draft says, that guy seems nice, and my reply apparently was, he seems like a customer. Some of these are funny because I don't even remember.
Coconuts.
Gotta skip a few because of profanity. I would never use profanity, but apparently he quotes that I do.
Oh, really? You've never sworn at all?
No. Here's one of my quotes, apparently, from a while back. Paper is a very stable operating system.
I use CloudBot instead of Nightbot, but CloudBot has something similar. I just have to figure out what it actually is to do it. I'll have to look into it. It shows the options for it, but I'm thinking there's another thing I need to do to enable it.
Sandy beaches, coconuts, sand.
Okay, well, so, but it is after 9, so I'm going to end it here. I have done multiple days of constant work, so I need a break. But this is actually getting there. So, animating him will be pretty easy. I have to do his lip syncing here, the lighting for the rest of these, but like the lighting for this one. There. Done. And that's easy. Kind of. So I'll have to poke around with that a bit, and also figure out what to do with the rest in here. So, but it's just a fun little one. It's not super short, but it's long enough. I like these ones that are about 10 or 12 seconds because I want to make a compilation at some point. And if I do that, then I can, it's like 6 together, and this would be my 2.5 because I haven't finished the dumpster one. I guess only Argo can do it. Yeah, I'd have to. I can poke around with it though. And I'm using CloudBot only because CloudBot is part of Streamlabs, which just means I'd rather have something that is simple and all-encompassing and all in one place than like lots of different places. So, anyways, so that is it going to be. What do you have another one?
Well, this one seems relevant.
Beaches make me sad.
And then somebody's like, "Isn't that a mood?" And my reply was, If a mood is permanently fixed, is it really a mood anymore?
It does. It's a state of mind then. End of stream, derp. Okay, well, thank you.
Yay,
Edward.
derps.
Anyways, so that will be it for now. I'm gonna try to work out what we can do for next Tuesday. I want to try to work out doing making something bigger, or start working on something that's bigger. I'm not 100% sure as to what that is yet, but we'll get there. Or not something bigger, I guess. I have a couple small small ideas for something big, I guess. The small idea being I don't 100% know what to do yet for, but I'll figure that out. And your hair makes you look like Einstein or something. Why does it focus on you?
Because I'm prettier. Camera likes pretty people.
It's making me look paler. Let's look at this.
No,
Anyway,
that's just.
well, I did figure out like this looks this PC makes it look foggier, but when it actually goes into real stuff, it's way better contrast. But whatever.
No. No. Taking me out of the camera completely is cheating.
But I think it's based on what's moving at once. It tries to see who's talking, and if I look away, it's going to focus on you because it doesn't notice. Then it's like, wait, look at that guy's talking. So yeah, I'll try to work on something. Reminder: this Sunday is our normal Fallout stream. We're going to be working on some stuff for tomorrow to hopefully have ready for then too. We'll see, but and then I think that's it. Yeah, I guess come say hi to myself and others to the Sunday. Yes, Mitch is part of that too. So we'll see on that. I hope you guys have a good one. I did want to check one thing here. Okay, so Mid-Prem is actually it says she's streaming Harmony Cut. She only got one person over there, so we can actually go and let's raid her. I don't know how much longer she's going, but we can see. So we will do that. But in the meantime, though, I am going to drop it to Kitty, so that those credits roll there, and I will get that prepped. But thank you everybody for your support. Appreciate it. So stick around if you want to go see some pretty cool art. Mid-Prem is a great artist and she has a lot of fun. So definitely come and check out and hang out with her if possible. Otherwise, yeah, have a good one. It's on its way.
Okay.